I think we good. I think we good. What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? What's great? Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Can the Brothers Get a Rap podcast. I'm your host, Ashley Lovechild. I'm joined my co-host, my brother from another mother. Blood couldn't make us any closer. One of the best photographers in the world, my brother, Santana. Say something to the people.
What's good? What's good? What's good? Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all could have been anywhere else, but y'all here with us tonight. And for that, we thank you. We got a jam-packed show for y'all, so we just gonna get right into it.
Yo, that's a fact. Again, thank y'all for tuning in. As always, shout out to some of our day ones and badge holders already in the building. Quick little shout out to a few people. Treatment in the buildings. Winter in the building. King P in the building. Culture Talk in the building. Ebony in the building. Again, thank y'all for tapping in. As always, it's much appreciated. Thank you for helping us continuously grow the show and spread the news, spread the good word on the show. We got a dope show. So again, thank you. We're on the road to 20,000 subscribers. We are a little over 11,000 subscribers for the channel. So continue to like, subscribe, and share. Leave comments too. Leave dope comments. People do get busy in the comments. I'll be peeping the rewatch videos. Y'all don't think I don't see it. I peep the rewatch videos and y'all been leaving comments. Thank you. We appreciate it. Also, I feel like I'm forgetting something already. No. Thank you to the presenter sponsor of the pod, Button Snaps, where you get the finest of movies, shows, documentary, and original content for your viewing pleasure of $4.99. Again, that's button hyphenated sign snaps.com. That's button hyphenated sign snaps.com. Y'all, we just went over 150 episodes. That's a lot of episodes. So again, tap into the membership portion of the page. Different memberships, different access, and again, it helps us grow the show. Don't be afraid to share your goodies. Pause. All right, y'all. Y'all already know. First segment of the night, popular opinions. This segment is brought to you by OUV Records, and you see it right there. Make sure you go to Instagram at OUV Records. The label model is create, document, and inspire. Stay in tune to the latest music and merchandise. All right, y'all. First question of the night, popular opinions. And what do I say every show, y'all? These are not our questions. These are the world's questions. So stick to the answers in the questions. All right. All right. First question of the night. Favorite sneaker on this list. Favorite sneaker on this list. Number one, CB94s, the Charles Barkley's. Number two, Air Max 2 Up Tempos. Number three, Air Max Sensation. Number four, Air Bacon 97. Those are the like they gave the Air Bacon to like three people, but I believe that was Dennis Rodman, Mitch Richmond, and Tim Hardaway. They gave it to three people, but those was fire. Which one you going with, bro?
I'm going with the CB4s.
CB4s?
The black and the all black and white ones, and I have the all black ones.
Why the CB4s?
That's the ones I copped out of that list. Those are the only ones I bought.
I ain't gonna hold you. I had everything but the Chris Webbers. The Chris Webbers is considered the Air Max sensation. I wanted those kicks so bad, bro. Like I dragged my pops to Chinatown when I was probably like 8, 9 years old. Well, he dragged me down to Chinatown because we couldn't find them in none of the stores local near you, baby. We had to go all the way to Manhattan and still couldn't find it. But we found one store that had it in Harlem. But they wanted $150 for them things. And back in the 90s, it wasn't a regular thing to spend $150 for no kicks, especially for no 8, 9-year-old. So I had to take the L on that, couldn't cop those. So it's all good. My pops was like, yo, you get one of those, or you get two for 100 right here, baby. You know, get you a couple of these, you get some uptowns, baby. You get some fresh kicks right here. You know what I'm saying? Get the white and navy blue, get the white and yellow. 2 outfits right there, kid. You know what I'm saying? What you trying to do? I still wasn't trying to hit none of that, but you know what I'm saying? It's the next best thing, you know. Shout out to Vic in the building. Appreciate you tapping in as always. He said pay less. Yo, for real, like I ain't gonna hold you. I didn't do much of the pay less kicks, but that used to be the deal when you go to like sneaker stores back in the day, like VIMs, Sneaker King. You know, those are like the top sneaker stores back in the day. That was like official kick stores, but we couldn't find them nowhere. And my pops was like, "Yo, let's go to Chinatown, baby. I'm gonna get you this basic instant Super Nintendo game, and I'm gonna hook you up with some kicks." So it's about to be a good weekend. Couldn't find the kicks. Got basic instant and got the 2 for 100 on the Uptown jumps. You know what I'm saying? That don't sound like a bad time, bro. Do that sound like a bad time to you, bro?
That's facts.
That's a good time right there. And not to mention, since we was in Chinatown, you know what I'm saying? Get a little of that, you know, loud that loud men like low main right there, you know what I'm saying? Couple little shrimp noodles and all that. So it was a good time. All right, y'all. So again, I went with did I even choose? No, I'm choosing Air Max Sensation. My brother chose CB94s. The chat also chose CB94s. And I see two as well. I see CB94s and I see Air Max Tempos as well. The rest of the world at 47% went with number one, CB94. What do you think about that?
Like I said, those are the ones I copped when they came back out in 2002. So, and then they had the all black, purple, and white joints. Them shits was fire too. So
Mhm.
CB4s was lit. They need to come back out with them again.
I ain't gonna hold you. I had a pair of them Olympics. I ain't gonna hold you. Like I'm not the biggest Charles Barkley fan as far as his personality, but them kicks and him as a basketball player, he was nice. But them kicks was fire though. And when they dropped the USA version of them CB94s, I had to get them. Every time I still got them. Every time I rock them, mind you, they not even the freshest of fresh. I just with them to take them to the trash or run to the corner store. Every time I have them on, they be like, "Yo, bruh, where you get those at?" I'm like, "These ain't even really fresh like that." But that's how hard those hit right there. So shout out to the Nike and Charles Barkley for that particular sneakers. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next popular opinion question. Which country has the highest people with HIV? Which country has the highest people with HIV? Number one, Mozambique. Number two, Brazil. Number three, South Africa. Number four, Kenya. Which one you going with, bro?
Most HIV.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
It's a lot of HIV out there, though. I'm saying.
I heard somebody burnt the brains off my man's the other day. You know what I'm saying? Y'all chicks is out here burning, son. Um, Kenya? I don't even know, son. That's
Kenya, yeah, they going with Kenya heavy in the chat. They going with heavy. Shout out to Adam in the building. Thank you. Appreciate you tapping in. So my bro going with Kenya. Me personally, I'm gonna go with. I don't want to think Brazil is the HIV capital. I just because that's a place I want to go and you know what I'm saying, shake it up a little something, something. You know what I'm saying? But I'm only giving this answer because of the movie Lord of War. I'm going with South Africa because in the Lord of War, where he was in South Africa and he had the two little chocolate joints or whatever, and they do it in negotiations in the drug lord or the army lord. You know, it's like, yo, just go there, you gonna relax and everything, you just chill, fall back. And he had the two chocolate joints. He was like, yo, I don't even care if they got something. I'm going in there. Like he was he was ready to risk it all, wife at home, all that. So I'm gonna go with South Carolina because of the Lord of War movie. My bro went with Kenya, the chat went with Kenya. The rest of the world at 34% went with Mozambique. What do you think about that?
I mean, not to throw shade at Mozambique. I hope it's like statistically, you know what I'm saying? Like this is just hopefully we're not throwing shade at them, but that's crazy. That's
Well,
a good athlete.
it's not too much shade because remember, y'all, this is just the question, right? So, Mozambique is actually in second. Just to give clarification, they're in second. They had 2.4. So if you're in second place, ain't no shade thrown. You up there, doggy. So you know what I'm saying? We you know what I mean? Like, but South Africa is by far. So Brazil is you got 1 million people with HIV. Kenya 1.4 people, right? You like, all right, Kenya don't sound too bad with but that's still HIV, y'all. That's 1.4 million, right? But Mozambique 2.4, South Africa 7.7 million people with HIV.
Where you going when those people eventually die? Where you gonna bury them? You even have room for 7 million people? I ain't never heard of anybody building new cemeteries. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
where do all these people go?
Mm-hmm.
When's the last time you heard of any real estate investor and developer developing new cemeteries?
You never.
Something to think about.
Mm-hmm. So that's very interesting, and it's crazy. You talked about cemeteries. You had mentioned a story that we talked about podcasts ago about the hidden cemeteries behind an old boot camp turned into a prison. They have a movie on it that's they just released called the Nichols Boys or the Two Nichols Boys. No, I think it's called the Nichols Boys. That they just released this movie on that particular place that they had the hidden uh you know graves in the back of this particular facility.
Mm-hmm.
So and it was a very interesting watch because at first I'm like, what am I watching? I honestly thought the Nichols Boys was the movie about the Nichols brothers dancing duo. I'm thinking I'm about to watch that, and it was talking about because remember there was a story that you had brought to my attention about the hidden graves behind a facility that was like a jail, but it was really originally for uh detention for youth. And anytime they got in trouble, got out of line, they took them out. So so they just dropped the movie on. It's called The Nichols Brothers. Y'all could go look it up. It's a good watch. The only reason why it was kind of like for me, because at first I didn't know what I was watching, but when I realized what was going on, I'm like, yo, this was a very detailed movie, and they shot it in a very lit way. But again, when you first watch it, you're like, whoa. And then when you get caught up with the style of how they shot it, it's like, yo, this is actually a dope movie. So if you haven't heard it, check out the Nichols Boys Fire movie. And it was talking about the story you had told me about, the ones we have never flipped up. It's a point of origin, North South Africa. Looking tree, deep into the jungle, interior diseases like Ebola and HIV that are monkeys locked well away from the people. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we really depend on second, third, and even fourth party people that gives us information about the continent of Africa. And mind y'all, people think Africa is a country. It's not. It's different. You have different countries in the continent of Africa. So we get all different types of stories about different places. And we don't know for sure until we're there. And so, we get a whole bunch of second, third, and fourth hand knowledge of the continent of Africa. Island boy. Okay, I love you guys. Appreciate you tapping in, Alexa. Appreciate you. It looked like you'll be an early candidate for some exclusive tickets. We got some specials tonight, so you keep it up. We will hook you up. All right. All right. Moving on to our next popular opinion question. Remember, y'all, these are not our questions. These are the world's questions. So stick to the answers in the questions. Favorite movie on this list. Favorite movie on this list. Number one, Anaconda. Number 2, Jaws. Number 3, Predator. Number 4, King Kong. Let me know what y'all think in the chat. Again, number 1 was Anaconda. Number 2 was Jaws. Number 3 was Predator. Number 4 was King Kong. Let me know what y'all think in the chat.
I'm gonna have to go with Jaws because of the practical effects of Jaws, and it was just a simple ass movie that just put tearing mad people's hearts, especially mine. Because I definitely wasn't gonna go to the beach for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm good.
Uh-huh.
Was out there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Creeping, lurking. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then that theme song just always plays in the back of my mind. So I just always kept my head on a swivel. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, little dab in the water, we out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Stay by the sand and we be okay. You feel me? Because Jaws, he ain't playing.
So,
Unless he caught somebody off the shoreline. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm good.
so you try to say that Jaws is a menace for decades on decades?
Bruh. Had me thinking twice when I stepped in that beach. You know what I'm saying?
Straight chokehold. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Straight.
We take a quick swim and we out. You know what I'm saying? Now we just chilling by the brews and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like we not staying mad long in the water.
Mm-hmm.
2 minutes. That's it. Little bird bath. All right, we out.
I ain't gonna hold you. See, we grew up in New York City, so any beach in New York City, like you ever get to the part of the in the water that you feel the sand starting to like like move from your feet and you feel more of the water. Anytime
Mm-hmm.
I get like that, I really start swimming for real because I don't know what's about to happen. So I'll play around the perimeter, but I don't go too deep. I'm not one of the bros that get on the board. And mind you, I could swim, but I'm not one of the bros that get on the little board and be surfing and all that. This is the ocean, dog. You just never know what's coming in from the ocean. You know what I'm saying? What did TLC say? Don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and the rafts that you used to. You know what I'm saying? And me, Jaws kept me in the chokehold too. I'm not gonna hold you, but not my favorite movie on this list. My favorite movie on this list, even though Jaws is a classic movie, my favorite movie on this list, I have to go with Anaconda. I'm not gonna hold you, and I think mainly because Ice Cube is in the movie, and Ice Cube was doing a whole lot of brother activity. Like anytime something got kind of out of order, he did something I would have done in the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like when Homeboy was getting a little beside himself, what Ice Cube do? He picked up the the little pokey and was like, "Yo, what's happening?" But John Voight was ready for all that. Had to kick him in the chin and all that. You know what I'm saying? Hold that and get them together. But at least he tried. You know what I'm saying? So there's a few times Ice Cube stepped, and I was like, "Yeah, I would have did that." You know what I'm saying? The only time I would have did an Ice Cube thing, like a snake can't rock me with his tail, and I'm gonna just fall in the water. That's not gonna happen. My balance is impeccable, so that wouldn't have happened. But outside of all that, Ice Cube, I would have done exactly what he did. The funniest part in the movie is when Ice Cube finally got choked up by the snake and he looked wild defeated. And I don't know why that scene every single time takes me out. Like every single time I start crying because it's so funny. He just looks wild defeated and he's looking for help from Jennifer Lopez, knowing she can't pick your big behind up, bro. Pause. Like you a goner, bro. So but it's still a hilarious movie to me. I love watching the movie Anaconda, bro. In the chat, yeah, Rowan Jack, thank you for tapping in. Rowan Jack, one of our day ones, Bad told us one of our biggest supporters of the show. Appreciate you tapping in as always, showing that support. Shout out to Samuel in the building, man. Appreciate you, J Lo. There was snakes out there. I'm trying to tell you, like snakes. I'm not afraid of snakes, but to me, snakes is the most practical. Like you could chill in your crib and the snake somehow get in your crib. I don't gotta worry about none of these other things coming in. I don't gotta worry about predators. I don't gotta worry about King Kong. You know what I'm saying? But snakes, you know what I'm saying, could get in the crib. So again, my favorite movie was Anaconda. Your favorite movie was Jaws. In the chat, I'm seeing a little mix of both. But mainly people agree with you at 52%. The rest of the world went with my bad. Predator. What do you think about that?
No, that's I guess. You know what I'm saying? It's still a dope movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's fire movie, so I'm not mad at it.
Yeah. The only thing about Predator though, and the only thing that gets me every single time when I watch Predator, is that not Steven. I think it's Stallone, but you know what I'm talking about, Arnold. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Apollo Creed give the strongest, unadulterated, unexplainable five I've ever seen in my life. Every single time, like the five was wild strong when they showed both their biceps, like yeah, like you know what I'm saying, and it was wild unnecessary. Like y'all about to go in the jungle. I ain't never seen people that hard that was about 220 and better just showing wild, like just mad muscle, just to show wild muscle. Like it was mad unexplainable for them to do that. That was the only thing about Predator that gets on my last nerve every single time. And mind you, they wasn't in the jungle yet. They was in the office. Like y'all got the cutoff shirt and giving wild strong dap for no reason. Like what are y'all doing, bro? Just chill. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only part that takes me out every single time. Shout out Jesse Ventura was the best thing in Predator for me. Another wild strong dude for no reason. There's mad wild strong dudes in the movie for no reason. When you had to be sleek, you had to be fast, you gotta be able to run in mud in that movie. All that muscle, well, they gonna do nothing with Predator. He's stronger than everybody. Like he picking people up by the foot, and you got all the muscles. Like so, wild strong dats in that movie. That movie is wild funny. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next segment, y'all. Hollywood need to ask us. We came up with this. We came up with this segment because Hollywood is just not giving us movies we're asking for. They lack creativity, any type of connection. So we feel like we got better movie ideas or TV show ideas. All right, you want to start this one off?
For me, Hollywood needs to open the books and start talking about the Hollywood fixtures. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to start talking about who's facilitating the drugs to who. You know what I'm saying? You don't even got to talk about them like that. You can make an anthology series about the stories you already knew that y'all got buried in behind closed doors. Because if you're an actor and you famous and you have certain proclivities, you can't get to those certain proclivities. So you gotta get a middleman to go get it for you. You know what I'm saying? So we need to speak, we need to highlight those fixers, those middlemen, those people who supposedly there was a case when Heath Ledger died, the drug dealer that got him the drugs. You know what I'm saying? Who plugged him up with, you know what I'm saying? Who plugged Heath Ledger with that drug deal? You know what I'm saying? And then when he passed, they ain't called the police at first time. They called the plug.
Mm-hmm.
And then the shit got swept under the rug. You know what I'm saying? So that's one instance. Another one is with Mac Miller again, who supplied. You know what I'm saying? Because how y'all getting these drugs on Hollywood sets? You know what I'm saying? How you getting these drugs on your video sets and your tours? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be facilitated by somebody or some people. So, and it's not only drugs; it's a whole bunch of other stuff that these fixtures facilitate. So I definitely want to see an anthology series about the Hollywood fixtures, dating back to the beginnings of Hollywood, because they've been doing stuff since back in the day. So y'all could do a whole series starting with the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, and then so on. You know what I'm saying? Because then the stories are going to get more abrasive and again, change the character names. We don't gotta know who really did this or did that. Just start opening the books and start telling them stories because it's about damn time y'all did. Some of these people already gone now, so y'all can open these books. Start with the 50s. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Most of them ain't even here now, so you could talk about how whatever situated such and such when she needed. You know what I'm saying? That little pick me up that one time where she didn't have enough wherewithal to finish the scene, so she needed the little booger sugar. So who ain't got the booger sugar for her? You know what I'm saying?
A little like cocaine.
Little cane on it. You know what I'm saying? Who sprinkled the cane on it? Because how y'all getting the drugs? You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Somebody's getting it for y'all. Who's supplying y'all? But somehow there's never no FBI, DEA on set. They never on set. You know what I'm saying?
So person that's supplying them the drugs got a mean dap game. You know what I'm saying? That vibe is wild.
His whole supply game is crazy. So I definitely want to see a highlight on the Hollywood fixtures and how they fix certain situations for these top tier movie production companies when certain artist or movie top tier artist, I mean actor or actress is not falling in line or doesn't want to do a certain scene, this, that, and the third. We want to see some stories and highlights behind that.
Yeah, that'll be fire. I got the dope title for it already. Just call it Middleman.
I was gonna call it The Fixer.
Or the fix. All right, go with the Fixer too. But I tell you like this: there's no business on that level that doesn't exist without one. There's always a fixer. There's always somebody that seems like a chameleon. They everywhere. They know everybody, and you just wonder how. And they've been doing it for a long time. Like I don't know if you remember. Well, you remember the Ray J when Ray J had his love show or whatever, and one of the girls was sent by one of his fixers, Larry. You know what I'm saying? And she like, and Ray J like, yo, like I know you playing around because I'm you speaking to somebody I know, and she like, what you talking about? He's like, yeah, you know Larry, and she like, what are you talking about? And he made her call Larry. He was like, "Yo, Larry, what's up, man? Like, yo, this is Ray J. Like, what's happening?" He was like, "Yo, Ray J, she on there trying to get a little fame." You know what I'm saying? He basically told it. You know what I'm saying? Because he knew Larry. So whoever Larry was, and you never seen Larry face. Now, mind you, that girl went on to do porn. So again, we seen it. You know what I'm saying? It was a way that they did it where you never saw Larry face and he could continue to move and groove. But I know Larry voice though. You know what I'm
His name probably ain't even Larry. His name
saying?
probably
Right,
Paul. You know
right.
what I'm saying? Or Chad. He just call him Larry. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't even know the buddy name. You know what I'm saying?
Or,
It's
or, or
like they just say whatever.
right, right. Or Mark Guckenberg. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he had to have a fixer. You know what I'm saying? For sure, Gutenberg had a fixer. I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? He
Shout out,
definitely had a fixer.
shout out to Shadow Play. Speaking of how Legendary, also about Joker. Every Hollywood elite got that backstage pass at Booking Group. Like at the end of the day, right? We have legendary people in the business, whether they're acting, whether they do music, in any type of form of entertainment. There's just people that exist within the entertainment. That's why I say there's a difference between music or entertainment and the entertainment game. When it comes to movies, Hollywood star, that comes with a lot. You got a lot of people on your heels, and you have to know who to deal with and who not to deal with when you need something done. That's why I think, in my opinion, the most important movie that Kevin Hart did was a movie that he did with Wesley Snipes playing his big brother, where he plays a movie star. He has a girlfriend of something or whatever. He goes to sleep and the girl ends up dead. And Wesley like, yo, like the girl ended up dead up in here, like, and then Wesley do something with the body, and then all like this stuff just started happening. Then Kevin Hart, as a movie star, don't know what to do, but he had to enlist people who was fixers to come remove the body, and he don't know who knows, and like this is all a big secrecy. He ended up having to body somebody else at the end of the movie. I'm not saying he did that for real, but I'm saying that that had to come from some sort of place of truth, some sort of place of origin. Do you remember the movie I'm talking about?
I forgot the name of it though.
Yeah. Yeah. So I would like to see that myself. I think that would be dope. I think it would be better if it was more so related to the truth. But like you said, you could keep the identities hidden, or whatever the case may be, but at least we know about a situation or whatever that they're willing to reveal. That would be dope. That would be dope. I like that. All right, y'all. Moving on. Well, to my Hollywood need to ask us. So my Hollywood need to ask us. I want to see a movie. I have to see a movie. Matter of fact, give me a 12 episode series of the making of Rockefeller Records. I want to see this series. I don't care who's mad. I don't care if Jay Z, Dame Dash. I don't care who's mad about this. I want to see this movie because this movie, this time period of music represented my childhood growing up. Seeing and hearing the music that I heard coming from Brooklyn, New York, and thinking it was the hottest thing going. And I want to see a movie on the music being made, the backstage, the you know the little stories moving about, things that we didn't know, things that could have happened or would have happened. I want to see the full backstory of the making of Rockefeller Records, because when they came out for real, I had to be no older than maybe 10, but they were just so fire to me. Like, you know what I mean? The music was fire. They embodied the lifestyle in my eyes. And the embodiment of what they represented was hustlers, people that was making money, people that was around women and just doing boss activity. So I need to see a Rockefeller Records movie. And the reason why I say I don't care on who gets upset, because I really don't. Get everybody involved that deserve to be involved, like Jay-Z, like Dame Dash, like Biggs, like all the artists, and make this movie. I want to see like I said, a series based on Rockefeller Records. What do you think about that?
That'd be nice. It'll be a nice little check for everybody.
Facts.
Because that it has so many layers and nuances to it that they, you know what I'm saying, it'd be so pivotal. Like 50 Cent need to definitely do that with his studio. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that would be fire. I would love that. That would be fire. That would be fire. So whoever's listening, make this happen. I want to see the person really play Jay-Z. I want to see the person people really play Memphis Bleak and Beanie Siegel and so on and so forth. Because again, that period of time, looking at music the way how I looked at music growing up, it was kind of like superheroes to me, bro. So I really need to see this movie. I think this would be dope, and this will shut it down. I keep saying the movie, a 12 episode series, so I would definitely want to see that. Who who we getting to play Kanye? That's a great question, but I would either use ASAP Ferg or the kid that played in Insecure. The kid that was like the music guy that Issa slept with, the homie.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I seen his betrayal of Kanye West in some sort of, like, I don't know what it was, but he had like a betrayal of Kanye West that he played, and it was spot on. It was spot on. So I would go ASAP Ferg or him. I can't think of his name right now, but dude was killing it, and it was so believable. Shout out to Briggs in the building. Appreciate you tapping in. Yeah, man. So that's who I think should play Kanye West. You know what I'm saying? Me personally. Some who play in Jay-Z, I don't know. That would have to be like an unknown, really great actor. But from what people know, Jay-Z has always been like one note as far as what he lends out to the world or whatever, but he may be this complex person behind doors. It takes a great actor to really bring out somebody's personality. So a lot of these movies, for real, we don't know these people personalities until we see the movie. So, but I think it will be dope to see it. Who will play the diplomats? I don't know, man. They would, to me, it would have to be. They have to embody New York City. Like, I'm not getting no, and
Yeah,
no disrespect.
don't bring no British
Yeah,
actors to play. I don't want to hear. I don't want none of that goofiness. Like, no, this I want straight East Coast. I don't care if you have to do a casting call and get some new cats in there. I don't want no British, no Nigerian. I don't want none of these foreigners to play our American born heroes. I don't want none of that goofiness. Like, there's too many actors here. Fuck it, we gonna hire Terry Crews to do something. You know what I'm saying? That's the one time I'm gonna hire Terry Crews. You know what I'm saying? Because if y'all try to finesse and add some British niggas on here, nah, you tripping, son.
Yeah, facts.
Y'all wild.
Facts. Facts. I was.
You say I'm Irish, so I don't want no English casting. Straight American born, son. Don't play with us, son. Don't play with us at all, son. Don't do that Hollywood goofiness, like trying to put British actors and American actors together with 2, 3 few roles that they have to go and fight for. Nah, hell no, son. There's too many roles and too many ideas for everybody to eat, and everybody can be happy. You know what I'm saying? Get this money and entertain me while you at it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the whole point. We need to be entertained. And you're not doing it. So we giving y'all these ideas to entertain us.
We can all be happy.
You know what I'm saying? I want to laugh. I want to be entertained.
You know what I'm saying?
Just don't try to finesse me.
You know who will play a good Jay-Z, but I would prefer an unknown? Maybe Dave East. I mean, the dude is nice. He's tall, and you know what I'm saying? He'll give you the authenticity of rapping. You know what I'm saying? So would he be willing to cut his hair? I don't think so. That's the dilemma. Like you going Dark Caesar that
Just
thing? Or
put that bold scully cap that y'all be doing on people. Y'all can do that. You know what I'm saying? Put
the
the
BET
budget behind
wig.
it. You know what I'm saying?
The BET wig.
Yeah, put the BT jump. You know what I'm saying?
Because he could play older version of Jay-Z for sure. Because you know Jay-Z got the
hair now. Yeah.
got, you know what I'm saying, the Basquiat cut. You know what I'm saying? But Dave East would be somebody that could play Jay-Z in my opinion.
We're gonna play Mace. Nah, he wasn't on Rockefeller. I'm tripping. What?
But he did have some rebellion.
I mean, yeah, he was like a. But really, who gonna play Cameron? That's what I want to know.
See, somebody that's going to see Cameron is such a pivotal character in itself that if Cameron's whack, then it kind of be like, so Cameron got to be popping, and I think somebody that could pull Cameron off, pause, but I don't think he looks like him. I think Shaheen Moore. I don't know if y'all familiar with Shaheen Moore. Shaheen Moore plays Raekwon in
the Wu-Tang joint.
Wu-Tang joint. He plays Raekwon in that. He could definitely capture Cameron's type of energy. He's a great actor, but I don't know, because sometimes when people don't look like the person, it kind of throws it off a little bit. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm saying if you just talking about who might be able to pull off Cameron, a young Cameron, Michael Rainey Jr.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
He might be able to do that. I think he might be able to do that. My main thing,
he's gonna have to get that skin cut. You know what I'm saying? No waves, just that number one. You know what I'm saying? No sauce, because this is 95. You know, these that have waves is 95. You know what I'm saying? It was straight number one, or you had some long Nazi dreads. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You know what I'm saying? Or the little baby S curls if you was trying to be on some other type vibe. It's like type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? Get some S curls. You know what I'm saying? But definitely, I could see him pulling that one off. Beanie Siegel has to be pivotal as far as who will play Beanie Siegel. He will also be pivotal who will play him. Memphis Bleak it's certain people I don't want to see. Like I'm not even gonna name it, but Memphis Bleak.
Joey Badass could play Memphis Bleak.
You don't think he'll be too old to play Memphis though?
Nah, to get the real actual acting chops and that real raw authenticity, I think he could pull it off. Like maybe an older version.
Yeah.
He's not old though. He's not, you know what I'm saying? He's like Joey Badass ain't old. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, he's not old, but if you get if we're talking about an unknown to maybe like a Dave East playing Jay-Z, I feel like Joey Badass has an older feel to you know what I'm saying?
Somebody said somebody on the chat was like Zoe Aldana could play Emil. Hell no. Nah. I'll give it to Megan Thee Stallion before I give it to Zoe Saldana. Hell no, son.
I don't want.
She don't even know if she want to be melanin.
Right?
She don't know what she want to be. Nah, we gonna give that to Megan Thee Stallion, probably Lotto or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Play Emil.
Yeah, I don't want her no parts of this movie.
Nah. She confused. You know what I'm saying? We don't need that.
Well, there might be a role for her. Maybe
she could be a secretary or something. She could be the secretary that put Cam on his paperwork that time when he found out niggas was Jay jerking him. That's who she could be.
Or she could play. Or she could play Stacey Dash. Damon Dash. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. She could play Stacey Dash. She don't got no acting. I mean, no rapping. Yeah, you play Stacey Dash. That's your role.
That's your talent. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
your talent.
I don't know
You
if
gonna play Stacy.
you know what I'm saying? But they say, yo, Angel Reese. So, I'm thinking he's saying Angel Reese to play a part. Like, this dude is funny. O'Shea Jackson could play Freeway. I don't see that acting wise, of course, but I just can't stop seeing his father. He could play his father in the, you know what I'm saying? Like when he go to Cali, he gotta meet a
Yeah,
wife.
that's
Something. I could see that, but I can't see him playing Freeway. Freeway is another tough one. They have to get all the main characters. They have to get right. Emil, they will have to get right as well too. They would the person got to look like Emil. It got to feel like Emil. They have to get it right with Emil too. And I found out why Emil got cut from the team finally after all these years, which that was a mystery all in itself when we was kids, bro. But I found out why. You know what I'm saying? Samantha Logan could play Emil. I don't know who that is. You gonna have me look her up. You gonna have
who?
me look up. Like, you know who that is?
Samantha Logan. What movie she played in?
Ooh, that's interesting. She fine as hell. That's the girl from All American. She plays Tate Diggs' daughter. The one.
Oh, the light skinned joint.
Yeah. I don't.
Mm.
If she,
That's all right. I
that,
kind of that could work. You know what
that
I'm saying?
yeah,
She can act.
she
She
can
could
act.
learn to rap and all that stuff. And then they
Uh
could
huh.
make her hair the way Emil had it. You know what I'm saying? The long
Hmm.
straight hair with the, you know what I'm saying? How she
Yeah.
had that style. Yeah, I could see that. I could
Yeah.
definitely see that.
Yeah, I could see that too. I could see that too. You know what I'm saying? But they would have to get these characters right for this movie to
They gotta get in the booth. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Gotta get right.
yeah, they gotta get right. It has to feel authentic. And we
And
have
sit down with these people
yeah,
and get, you know what I'm saying?
yes.
Since y'all want to do your method acting shit, sit down with these people and get the acting right. You know what I'm saying? Don't fuck up our shit. You know what I'm saying?
For real. Don't make me pull up and Emil is being played by Zendaya. Like if I see that, I'm turning
I'm
them.
calling my fixer right away.
You know what I'm
We gonna fix this.
saying? Like yo, get out of here. Like what you doing? Like, no, we can't have this. We gotta have this movie right. Shout out to Dolly. You look like you're going to be the next contestant of getting some special tickets. Keep it up. We're gonna hook you up with some special tickets. I can't wait to see if you're going to go further with that. Um, yeah, so I think that would be dope all in itself. But they have to make sure the characters is right, embody the characters, as far as finding the right actors, look, sound, authenticity, performance. We have to relive certain music videos, certain performances is a must, and yeah, that would be so fire. Dolly, I'll give them back. Yeah, okay, keep it up, and we're gonna hook you up. So appreciate you tapping in. If you're here to support, we welcome the love. If you're here to be weird, we're gonna hook you up with some tickets, my brother. So just letting you know. But yeah, man, I think it will be dope. Cut the check. Let's do this 12 episode series about the making of Rockefeller Records, and I think that would be dope. All right, y'all, moving on to our must see segment. Must see movies, must hear music, must see watch TV shows. Make sure y'all ready for this. This is one of y'all favorite segments of the night. Actually, y'all look forward to these movies every night. Lorenz and Tate could play Freeway. As young as Lorenz and Tate still look, Freeway is not the role I would give Lorenz Tate. Like
Nah, he
maybe,
got too much acting prowess for that. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. Facts.
He's one of our legends.
Right. Maybe Biggs. You know what I'm saying? Because Biggs felt like
He,
an older
he
character.
could play like a L.A. Reid or something. Or one of them top no, not L.A. Reid. Who was overseeing he could, matter of fact, he can play what's his face?
I don't see him playing Russell. I wouldn't want him to play Russell.
Nah. I don't know.
Um, but he still looks young enough. He could play Biggs, but again, he's been around so long that he gives older than Biggs. So it would have to be somebody that's well known. He looks closely like, and let him have his acting space to go hammies. The downfall of Rockefeller Records would be more interesting film when they get Jay caught up in his child trafficking. Derek Luke, man. Derek Luke to play who? Who y'all had Derek Luke play? Because his see, I don't want to.
It's still on Freeway. I don't know.
Yeah, nah. I'm gonna say nah to that one. If you saying Freeway, but the downfall. I mean, the downfall of anything that's successful always have some sort of downfall. But to me, that's not the most popping part of the Rockefeller story. The most popping part is their rise and how long they sustained it. You know what I'm saying? It may be the most interesting part, but I don't look at backstabbing or uh things falling apart as interesting. It's just like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? So he's saying Derek Luke to play Freeway. Nah. That's like saying Lance Gross to play Freeway. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, nah. People don't even know who Lance Gross is. If you ever seen the Temptations movie with where he got his wife taken by the rich dude and he kept asking his wife, like, yo, you at work? Like, what you been? And the dude is dropping her off and the whole damn a damn Ferrari, and he like, yo, so your new boss is cool, huh? Like, yo, he been slipping and sliding your chick the whole time, dropping her off all through the day in the damn Lambo. Like, so yeah, I wouldn't have him play that. Ryan Coogler, nah, y'all crazy. Ryan Coogler could film it, but not playing Freeway. So we'll have to figure that out. You figure out to fix it. Shout out to Crystal in the build. Appreciate you tapping in. All right, y'all. Let's get to these movies. You want to start this one off?
Now you can start it off.
All right, so my first must-see movie came out in 1997. Make sure y'all tap into these movies. It's directed by Noel Nasak. This movie stars Ari Myers, Soleil Moonfire, Mark Cassine, Tess Harper, John O'Harley, and Sean Bridget. This movie is called The Killing Secret. Fire movie about a young couple moving and grooving, making their way through the world in high school, and the girlfriend finds out that you have to see the rest of the movie. I won't ruin it for you, so make sure you tap in to see The Killing Secret. My second must-see movie came out in 1993, directed by Gregory Dart. This movie stars Deborah Shelton, Nick Cassavet, Miles O'Keefe, Richard Roundtree, Michelle Breen, and Matt Rowe. This movie is called Sins of Night. Fire must see movie, y'all. This is fire. I don't even just see it. I don't even want to ruin it for y'all because I'm gonna get too excited telling you the movie. This is one of my, one of these movies that's like silk stockings type of vibe, type of style that I've told y'all about before. Fire must see movie though. Make sure y'all tap in to see Sins of Night. I don't want to ruin it for y'all at all. Third and final must-see movie came out in 2004, directed by Paul McGloom. This movie stars Diane Kruger, Josh Harnett, Rose Byrne, Jessica Peer, Matthew, and Christopher Cousins. This movie is called Wicker Park. This is about a young couple all in love, having the time of their life. The girlfriend ups and just watches the rest of the movie. I won't ruin it for y'all. So again, make sure y'all tap into Wicker Park. So my three must-see movies again is one, The Killing Secret, two, Sins of the Night, and three, Wicker Park. Make sure y'all go tap into those movies.
Tap in, tap in, tap in. All right, y'all. Chat, y'all know how I do. I always have a theme for my movies. This one, I don't have a theme. So we're going with Freestyle Sunday. You know what I'm saying? So these are just random movies that I find is fire, and y'all should too. All right. So the first one is called The Beach. Came out 2000. What happens if you find a paradise? Would you want to tell somebody about it, or you want to keep it a secret? You got to tap in this movie to find out.
Mhm.
Stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Virgin Ladorn, Tilda Winston, Guillaume Canet, Robert Carlyle, Jerry Swindle, Patterson Joseph, Peter Youngblood, Zelda Tinsky, Daniel York, Stefan Kilborn, and Magnus Lindgren. Like I said, it's about this young guy who's in South Pacific, and he's chilling with these other vacation goers, and they tell him about this secret paradise, and you gotta watch the rest of the movie to find out what happens. Dope movie. I like this one with Leonardo DiCaprio. All right, next one on the list. What happens when your wife loves you so much that she's gonna kill for you? That's what happens in this movie. I'm saying,
Yeah.
movie is called Gone Girl. Came out 2014. Star Rosamund Pike, Emily Katarowski, Ben Affleck, Carrie Coon, Kim Dickens, Tyler Perry, Neil Patrick Harris, Lola Kirk, Gillian Flynn, Boyd Holbrook, Patrick Fidget, and Lee Norris. Fire movie, has a whole bunch of twists and turns. And like I said, if y'all a married couple out here, you might want to watch it separately. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Y'all was warned.
Mhm.
My next and last movie is called Where the Wild Things Are. Fire movie is one of my favorite movies because it's a book I read when I was a kid, and they actually made it into a movie. Came out 2009, stars Spike Jones, Max Records, Catherine Keener, James Gandolfini, Mark Ruffalo, Paul Dano, Lauren Ambrose, Forrest Whitaker, and Chris Cooper. About a kid that has an overactive imagination, and then his imagination starts becoming real. Definitely got to tap into this movie. It's one of them feel good. And if you ever read the story as a kid, then you know what the movie's about. So my pick for my movies for my freestyle Sunday are The Beach, Gone Girl, and Where the Wild Things Are.
Make sure y'all tap into those movies. This is a 150-second episode that we giving y'all top tier fire movies. Probably something y'all never heard. Some of these y'all probably have never heard of, and some of you have. But the majority of our movies that we spoke on, y'all ain't never heard of these. So make sure y'all tap in. Shout out to Malu in the building. Appreciate you tapping in. One of our badge holders. She in the chat holding it down. Thank you. We appreciate you as always. Genuinely. What else they saying? James Garfini, rest in peace to the great. Booker Eli on the right. And the backstage pass goes to yeah, man. Yo, fire movies. Make sure y'all tap into these movies. These movies is fire. All right, y'all. This is the must hear. These are for the true hip hoppers. For some of y'all, first time watching the show, this segment is our must hear music. If you never heard of this music, I'm giving y'all different vibrations. I'm giving y'all either true hip hop or true R&B. So this episode is true hip hop. So my three must hear songs is by the legendary DMX. These are the three songs you must have on your playlist. I mentioned DMX a few times before, but I mentioned different songs. My first song on the playlist you must have from DMX is called featuring Jada. Oh, I'm sorry, it was Jadakiss featuring DMX, but the song is called Fire Song. Second must have song is a Mace song called 24 Hours to Live, and that song has DMX, The Locks, Black Rob. You talk about lyrical, just lyrical celebrations, just different styles, different flows, everybody going crazy. So that's a must have on your playlist. Again, it's called 24 Hours. Third must have song on your playlist by DMX. Also, is actually a Jermaine Dupri song, and it features Mad Rapper and DMX, and it's called Get Your Stuff Right. I can't say the word, but Get Your Stuff Right. Fire, fire song. I'm telling y'all right now, y'all not going to be disappointed. Again, the first song is called Jada Kiss song featuring DMX. Second, May song 24 Hours to Live featuring DMX, Black Rob, The Locks. Third is Jermaine Dupri song Get Your Stuff Right featuring DMX and the Mad Rapper. So make sure y'all tap into those songs. Any of those songs stick out to you?
Oh, 24 Hour That Lives for sure.
Fire. The video, DMX threw the mud on his face, and that part of the video just turned up. Yo, rest in peace to DMX, man. Rest in peace to DMX, man. Much missed artist, bro. All right, y'all. Moving on to our must see or classic TV show, documentary, or stand up. You want to start this one off?
Definitely for all my gamblers out there, you definitely gotta tap into this show. This is for y'all. It's called Bookie. It has 2 seasons already. Came out 2023. Stars Vanessa Ferlito, Sebastian Maniscalco, and Andrea Anders, Omar J. Dorsey, Jorge Garcia, Charlie Sheen. I didn't even know Charlie Sheen was back acting again, but they snuck this nigga in quietly. Bob Clenderin, Dale Dale Dickey, pause, Rob Cordry, Toby Huss, Gary Woodburn, and Selena K. Like I said, it's about this small time bookie in California who's running numbers and taking names, and you gotta watch it. Very hilarious. Definitely a funny show. Got 2 seasons. Again, it's called Bookie.
They stupid. They said Charlie Sheen sneaking in with the Tiger Blood.
Yeah, he definitely snuck in because I wasn't expecting him to be in this show. I'm like, what the Charlie Sheen in this joint? And have reoccurring roles in the joint too. It's not like he was in one episode. He was like in a few of them.
You need to pay them
So
bills.
if Charlie Sheen can come back, then bring back James Franco then. I like James Franco. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If Charlie Sheen can come back, okay. Bring James Franco back. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Why the bro from the Shaw can't get a job no more?
I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying?
And he did amazing playing in the Shy and as Easy E in the you know what I'm talking about, the
You have that good ass movie on Netflix, some mud or something like that. Shit was dope
Mud,
too.
something like
Yeah, he like you know what I'm saying.
yeah. I can't remember dude's name, but yo, let him get some burn. You know what I'm saying? All right, so make sure y'all tap into that. So my must see classic TV show, standard or documentary, is a must see. It's called Behind the Music. It was on for 20 seasons. They still do the behind the music. It is fire. They do an in depth of the or profile on the artist, and they've done it for many of legendary artists or intriguing artists. I remember the first episode they ever did was with Milli Vanilli, and for those who don't know who Milli Vanilli is, they had one of the most popping songs out when they came out, and come to find out that they wasn't true artists, that that wasn't even their voice, and they was finessing and got caught finessing because they was getting to too much of that bag. And so, but they did, they do everybody, so which is dope. So make sure y'all tap and see Behind the Music. You can find it on any platform actually. So fire show. You got cologne for us?
Definitely got cologne for y'all. Y'all look good. Y'all feel good. Y'all smell good. You're gonna do good. This fragrance this week is Harlem Perfume Company. Fire, fire, fire. Brand right here. And again, the fragrance is called Duke. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be on your top tier level, you know what I'm saying? You definitely got holla at the Harlem Perfume Company. Get the fragrance Duke. You won't be disappointed.
Remember, y'all go get that. The whole purpose is to get the lady. Smell good, feel good, get her under the tuck and have a good time. You know what I mean? All right, y'all. Y'all already know what time it is. It's time to wrap. This segment is brought to you by Button Snaps. Again, where you get the finest of movies, shows, documentary, and original content for your viewing pleasure of $4.99. Again, that's Button Snaps. Button hyphenated sign snaps.com. That's button hyphenated sign snaps.com. First hot topic of the night, y'all. New Fantastic Four movie. The trailer dropped, but the decision to turn or make Silver Surfer into a woman's character. What do you think about that?
It was good up until they showcased that. Now I'm definitely not gonna go see it. You just ruined the whole shit for me. Like, why did y'all change it? Like, it was cool that y'all made this whole Fantastic Four in its own universe. Fine, I was cool with that. Until y'all put like, come on, son. Like, why don't y'all just follow the source material? Like, what are y'all doing? Like, y'all stay out here freestyling, then wonder why niggas ain't want to watch this shit. Come on, dog. Like, who told you to do that? Why? Why was that needed? And I don't even know in the comics, did they even change the Silver Surfer to a female character at any point during the comics?
I remember Silver Surfer coming from a whole nother planet, and he was a brother. and he was on a whole other planet. So I don't know how that turns into a whole woman.
If they like because you know how the comics always revamp characters, always revamp their origin story, this, that, and the third. So I'm pretty sure they revamped and reinvigorated Silver Surfer's character. So I don't know in the revamping phases that they've done with this character, have they changed this character into a female?
I don't even remember that at all.
I personally don't remember that. So I don't even know why Hollywood just did that goofy shit. Like, yo, why do y'all do that, son? Y'all don't never listen to the people that buy your shit.
I remember the Silver Surfer cartoon in itself that was on like in the late 90s, maybe early 2000s, if I'm not mistaken. And that's how it started. He was in a whole nother planet. You know what I'm saying?
He was a bald white dude.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
And nobody tripping. Nobody mad at that. Bald white dude, another planet, you know what I'm saying? With his wife and his kid, Galactus come and slime the whole planet. Now he gotta be Galactus man to make sure his planet don't get slimed. I get that. But why change the character to a female? Like, I don't, why? And you made Reed Richards mad old because the actor's old already.
Yeah, he is. He is.
But okay, you know what I'm saying? That just be messing up something. I don't understand.
I'm a big pause. Use the source from the material that's already there. Like, why do we continue to? I know we got this, and this is a story we've been going along with, but we just gonna switch it up a little bit, because it's Hollywood. No, stop doing that. Hollywood just do it because they can do it, but damn, like that's what make people not want to watch the movie when y'all don't stick to the script, yo. There's an olive color brother from what his planet, and he out there chilling with his buns. And like my bro said, Galactus come and just, yo, if you run these little missions for me, yo, you know what I'm saying? You can get your shorty back, you can get your planet back, and all that. We're gonna hook you up. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta go bust a couple of adventures for me. What are we doing? The Silver Surfer. I remember they brought in the Silver Surfer. I like certain aspects of that Silver Surfer on the fact where the action scenes to me was popping, where he took the Human Torch all the way, and the Human Torch flamed out and just dropped his, like he was more on like a mission. He was on some. He wasn't like a good guy for real. He was out there getting busy. So I like that aspect of it. I like the fact when Human Torch is chasing him and he's dipping in and out the board or whatever. That was tough. But the movie in itself was ass. So at the end of the day, it's like, all right, so now we're gonna bring back Silver Surfer, make this thing like do it right. And these little changes takes away from me wanting to see it. If Silver Surfer was a woman originally, I wouldn't care. I would go see it. But because he wasn't a woman originally, it kills the storyline. That's like if they turn Wonder Woman to Wonder Dude. I don't want to go see that movie. I want to see Wonder Woman. Stick to it. So seeing the trailer, I'm not enthused. I don't necessarily want to see it for real. The only thing about these movies that is, if you don't watch some of these movies, you lose the intricacies of some of the storyline. But I'm good. Somebody could tell me. I'm cool.
Thank you, Shadow Play. They said that they did do a female Silver Surfer, but in the comments, and it was ass, so they changed it back to male. So that lets you know that, you know what I'm saying, that the audience that bop with this ain't rocking with it when you change certain things. So we're not gonna pay for this movie. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna go see this.
Yeah, I'm cool on that too.
I'm gonna pirate it. I'm gonna let the Russians pirate it, and I'm gonna watch it then. You know what I'm saying? Freebie.
Some fire comments in the chat. Teach them a lesson with our dollars. I'd rather watch the new Superman movie over that BS new Fantastic Four. Exactly. Female. So okay, yeah. So you did read that part. All right. So yeah, man. So I'm good on it. I'm cool on it. My bro's cool on it. The chat is cool on it. Throw that one in the trash. All right. Moving on to our next hot topic. Former NBA player and Heisman Trophy winner Charlie Ward is named the new head basketball coach of Florida A&M. What do you think about that?
That's what's up. I like that. That's good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Our people's going back into coaching and being a stellar part of the community and really give these young men real life lessons. You know what I'm saying? Who else gonna tell you about being at the top of the top other than Charlie Ward? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he played phenomenal as a football player and a basketball player. So talking about the man on campus, he could tell you about being the man on campus. Ain't nothing that y'all little cats is going through that he ain't go through when he was in college. So he could tell you about all these life lessons, what to look for, what not to look for, how to work hard. If you're trying to go into the NBA, this is what you need to do to get there. You know what I'm saying? So I like it. That's what's up. More NBA players, the retired, need to do that too.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, some of y'all need to go under Charlie Ward coaching staff and start making a whole new dynasty of coaches.
Mm-hmm. That would be fire.
Why not? We doing it in the NFL. I mean, sorry, we doing it in college.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Michael Vick just had a spring game and all the legends of VA came through. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We about to make this whole
it's about to get crazy.
It's about to get crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't let us in the last 60 years. Oh, in the next 10 years, we about to be in. Watch.
Yeah. That to me, this is lit because I don't think Charlie Ward get the respect as an athlete of all time great athlete as he should. You know, of course, we live in the moment, but Charlie Ward, for those who don't know, he was the best quarterback in college football. He won the Heisman, hands down. And he was one of the best point guards in college basketball at the same time. He ended up going to the NBA and playing and starting for the New York Knicks for majority of his career. Great player, solid player. And for him to come, because Florida A&M is not too far from Florida State. So that Florida State area, he's going to be able to recruit like crazy, and he's going to be able to give that impact on and off the court. There's nothing that these kids are going through that he can't relate to, whether it's
and another thing, Charlie Ward may not have a huge name in the big world, but in Florida, yeah, his name is big, especially in Florida State, where he cements. Trust me, like they ain't forget what work he put in, and the community is gonna definitely be behind him. So I definitely would love to see more retired NBA players who have a knack for coaching and just gearing the next generation of men. Mm-hmm. I would love to see that more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen here. To me, if he say, "Yo, my first assistant coach is going to be Chris Childs," is like, "Whoa, wait up, Charlie! Like we was doing good until you brought in Childs, because Childs is one of my favorite players, but Childs is a wild boy. I don't know how he bopping, because you know what I'm saying. But Childs, he was out there two-piecing Kobe. You know what I'm saying? He's out there two-piecing the Mamba. So that's a lot of fiery in that coaching staff. So if you bring on Chris Childs, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, whoa. We're starting off good, but you know what I'm saying? You don't want to bring too much of that rugged.
Nah, damn that. Bring Latrell. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna teach you all kind of defense. You know what I'm saying? Bring Latrell Sprewell. You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
Forever a Nick legend in my book. I don't care.
Yo, what if you say, yo, Chris Childs and Latrell Sprewell is my assistant coaches? You know what I'm saying?
I know that Florida State team is gonna be ready for any team that come in their house. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Ready to scrap, ready to drop threes, ready to swat your ball out the. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be ready. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yo, shout out to Florida A&M for making this move. You got Mo Williams at Jackson State, and then you got Charlie Ward at Florida A&M. So bringing that attention to HSBU is cool, and he'll be able to turn around that program or turn it up a notch, I should say. So shout out to Charlie Ward. Quick question, guys. What do you think about Blade remake? Is Mahershala still playing Blade? He's not. He's out on Blade.
Sorry, Wesley Snipes is the only Blade for me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's out.
He could have still played it again. You know what I'm saying? But it's Hollywood. They always want to try to slime niggas. That's why the project ain't good right now.
I'm a Boston Celtic fan. I feel like I'm behind enemy lies. Yeah, I'm not a Knicks fan. The Knicks is not my team. I would I would root for the Knicks, but Knicks is not my team. I've always been a Chicago Bulls fan until the Nets came to Brooklyn. Once the Nets came to Brooklyn, I was all out on the Chicago Bulls. I'm not even gonna hold you. So I've been a Chicago Bull fan all my life, even the years where we was disgustingly trash after Jordan left. I don't think people remember those years like that, but those years was awful. When we was winning like 10 games, 15 games, it was bad. But when they said New Jersey Nets was coming to Brooklyn, I was like, yeah, I'm pack this bag and you know what I'm saying, rock it with home team. So that's my team. But as a New Yorker, we don't like a lot of Boston teams. So it's it's all good though. But we love the passion though. You know what I'm saying? Love the passion. I respect the Boston brigade because it's a lot of passion. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. Moving on to our next hot topic. A Bed-Stuy landlord says for 3 years he struggled to evict one of his tenants who owes nearly 60,000 in unpaid rent. What do you think about that?
That's not possible because it's like after the first 2 months, you're already starting the process of evicting them. So
Hmm.
how did that not go through? You know what I'm saying? Like, and even when you're going through the process of eviction, yeah, they stay there until they go through the court case and this, that, and the third, and then you know what I'm saying, the final judgment stuff. But 3 years, nah, that don't even sound right.
Hmm.
That don't even sound right because yes, there are rights for renters and stuff like that when you get into that situation. But 9 times out of 10, they ain't gonna let you stay in an apartment for 3 years
Hmm.
while it's going through trial. Nah, that don't add up. Something's weird about that.
Like at the end of the day, to me, the 60,000 don't make sense in unpaid rent. I mean, for 3 years,
It's the 3 years. There's no way you got a tenant in your spot for three
right?
years that haven't been paying. Like that don't make no sense.
He said there's been several, and these are words out of his mouth. There's been several occasions he's going through the process. There's always been some sort of hiccup with the court process. He got the TV or the news station involved, and they went to knock on the door. She called the police on them. So it's a whole lot of strife going on between that tenant and that particular landlord. The 30,000, 60,000 to me is like there's no way somebody is unpaid in New York City. Like that rent is high, but where they was living, they wasn't living in where you go unpaid for 3 years is 60K. Like, no, it's probably more like 24, maybe 30. That's still terrible, but you get what I'm saying. Like,
Even
so,
if you paying 2,500 for a year, that's 30,000.
hmm.
How you get 60,000 in 3 years if somebody's paying $2,500 a month in rent
Hmm.
per month, and you're saying they ain't been paying in 3 years? That don't add up to 60,000.
Hmm.
Yeah, some ain't adding up.
Hmm.
You
So,
know when hell them courts had a little hiccup, and most of the time they always work in the favor of the landlord
and
anyway.
landlord, right, right, right. I mean, this for this to happen, there are obviously other things that's not being said for this person to still be able to stay there.
Facts.
Other instances that maybe he tried on some strong arm type of vibe where she was able to maneuver because it just doesn't happen, especially in New York City. It's like, yo, you unpaid for a couple months. Yo, bro, here's your notice, bro. Or you don't want to take the notice, you come home, it's going to be tacked to your door for all your neighbors to see. So to me, like I said, I think it's a stretch. I agree with you as well, but this is what he's going through. A lot of strife. You know what I mean? All
You're
right, y'all.
not getting that 60K back, so that's not happening.
Yeah, it's either you want them to leave or you want that 60K.
You're gonna have to obviously you can't get them out if they've been there for 3 years. You know what I'm saying?
And I guarantee if you get the 60K, they ain't leaving.
And you're
They
gonna be right back to the same thing again.
so all right, moving on to our next hot topic. Tracy Ellis Ross tells Michelle Obama during a podcast and her brother why she dates younger men. She says men her age uh, is more steeped in toxic masculinity and is more ruled by traditional standards. Younger men are more accepting of gender fluidity and homosexuality. What do you think about that?
I just like the fact that when they have these conversations, they don't have no strong men in these in, in these sit downs to challenge this goofiness that she was saying. Because Michelle Obama's brother looked soft and zesty, so he definitely was not gonna fucking have no pushback. And then on top of that, men your age already know what you're about. You're in your 50s, and all the men that you've been with, nobody want to claim you.
Mm-hmm.
So they was all bad. You did nothing wrong. All the men that you had in your professional career, you've had top tier men. So all of them were terrible. The only reason why you like younger men now is because they're not really on that type of time. They just want to chill, this, that, and the third. I'll keep it moving. They ain't gonna pressure you or put that full court pressure that you need to have that you've been running away from for so long. So
Mm-hmm.
like now it's like it's always our people always never putting us in a good light. What was the point of this? What was the point of this sit down? And then you have a Michelle Obama there, like you're supposed to help have some credibility.
Mm-hmm.
It makes the shit even worse. You was the first lady, and you having to sit down with this, like, oh my gosh, man, it's just terrible. The people they pick to represent us always make us look bad. At the end of the day,
She's
always. Man.
well, obviously Tracy Ellis Ross had I would say the pick of dudes in the sense where she's around billionaires, millionaires, lawyers, all types of guys. Her father was successful, her mom was successful, so I'm pretty sure when it comes to the dating world that they was trying to either set her up or her world or her life was around other successful men. Um, and she missed her boat if she wanted to have a family and a life regarding that. So I can see why she dates younger men. I personally don't care that she dates younger men because majority of men that she's going to run into is going to want to smash, if anything at all. There's not a guy her age that's looking to date her that's still that could get some of the things that a younger woman could provide. Like if a man her age, because she's like 53 or 52 or 51, she's in her early 50s. If a man her age wanted children, he's not going to get it from her, right? So again, he's gonna if he doesn't want children, okay, cool. Then y'all have the type of lifestyle where y'all do grown and rich shit. Y'all go to nice trips, y'all smash out. But more than likely, you get with somebody around your age, he's already gonna have grown children. So he's tapped out of the children game. He just wants somebody he could grow old with, right? But most guys that are younger than her, that she deals with, that she chooses to deal with, not just because of a physical attraction, but she feels like younger guys are more accepting to all the new age type of ways of dating, and it's all about the smash. Like that's the only goal a younger man will have for a woman like her, just to say like, yeah, yeah, I was with her. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, no younger man is going to settle down with her, and she knows that. So she gets what she needs, and the young boy gets what he needs. So as far as Michelle Obama, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, with all due respect, like she been leaving Barack out here naked at several events that she just don't want to go to. And it's like, yo, why? Like, he shouldn't be there naked. Like, where's everybody else got their woman? And I'm pretty sure everybody else woman don't want to be at this event, but you're the only one that don't want to be at this event. Leaving the brother out there naked. It's like, come on, like, what are we doing?
Barack Obama never gave me the type of energy like he was about that. Like you put, you know what I'm saying, whispering Michelle ear, be like, yo, pipe down.
Mm-hmm.
He never gave me that energy. You know what I'm saying? It looked like Michelle always wore the pants in the relationship. You know what I'm saying? That's the energy I got from Barack Obama. And it shows. Because look at the
Mm-hmm.
conversation your wife's having with this other single lady. Like what? And then you're not even putting her on game. Like you a married woman. You should be putting her on game.
Mm-hmm.
But this how the sisterhood work. Like y'all just love bashing us, never put us in no good light, never.
It's too accepting. Like y'all accept too many. Like men, we move on a completely different code. Like for example, right? Just a couple weeks ago, Felicia Rashad, who is uberly accomplished. Felicia Rashad is like in her 70s and still looks good. Young Felicia Rashad in her 20s, 30s, 40s can't. This woman is pure perfection, bro. Natural. Ain't never showed off her body. You can't find a picture where she bent over in the thong, smiling, cheesing at the club, breasts all out. None of that. But still one of the most beautiful and just desired women of our time in several decades. Came out and spoke to say, yo, our young women are so beautiful. I just don't understand why, with all that beauty, why they choose to be basically naked. They move in uncovered and they bashed her. And this is how men move different. Is that like, yo, if somebody comes out who's older than us, that got game and that's been on point for all this time, if they come out and speak, we're gonna listen. We don't have to agree, but we definitely gonna listen. We're gonna listen to logic. So that's the way it's different between both men and women, where most men is gonna sit down and listen to the older homie based on the logic. We just not gonna throw it away. We're gonna listen to what really applies to us and respect the rest. With women, is more accepting energy. Like, yeah, I know you out here moving funny money, but it's cool, girl. No, but there's other women who would check that. But majority of the women that would check that, their voice is not louder than the women that go unchecked. Like Michelle Obama is not checking it.
The fact that y'all went against what Felicia Rashad said showcases there's no help for majority of y'all women. It's Felicia Rashad. She's a legend. And y'all argue what she was saying based on the goofiness that y'all doing. You act like what she's saying is a detriment to y'all. Like saying that, oh, you coming out unclothed or less clothed is a good thing, but she's telling you it's bad. Like, no, she's telling you that that's not what you're supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, y'all freely do it and expect different results. If
Mm-hmm.
a guy comes out and he's in a firefighter's uniform, I'm gonna treat him like a firefighter. If a
Right.
guy comes out with a police officer uniform, I'm gonna treat him like a police officer. If a shorty comes out in a thotty waddy uniform, I'm gonna treat you like a thotty.
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to treat you with respect. Oh, you don't even respect yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm supposed to respect you. Nah, that's not how the world works, baby. Dress for how you wanna be treated. Period. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
wearing the hooker stilettos like it's business attire. Like, what are y'all doing?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Didn't you see the movie Players Club? Y'all should already know that's hooker attire. But y'all rocking it with a evening gown, talking about y'all gonna go to Nobu. What? Nah, y'all bugging.
I'm
Y'all
saying,
tripping.
I'm saying, once you hook me and my boys up a little lunchroom table day. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, yo, it's too accepting of the energy. Her dating younger men, I don't have an issue with it at all. When you're an adult, you date who you want to date, and you deal with other adults. To me, it's not necessarily because people love to throw some of these words around, predatory and this, that, and the third. When you're adult, you date who you want to date, and it is what it is. Now, if you're dating for a particular purpose, then that's predatory because the purpose is something that's detrimental to the other person and only a benefit to you. That's what's predatory. But in this situation, I don't care about her dating younger men. Her reasonings, I mean, for her, I mean, I guess they're valid because it's her experience, but at the end of the day, she missed her boat on having a family that I'm pretty sure that she would want. Matter of fact, she did express that she wanted a family at some point, but she had to resign the fact that that ship has passed. She ain't gonna have no kids. So, but the fact of having a traditional marriage that's not something she want because she says she's a full person and she comes to a relationship whole.
Yeah, a whole lot of bodies. What you mean traditional? How you gonna be traditional? You got 102 bodies. How are you traditional? There's
Mm-hmm.
nothing else I could do with a woman with 102 bodies than other than being 103.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else. Neuroscience already tells y'all women for the more men that y'all take on, the more men you keep in your body forever. So the
Mm-hmm.
higher your body count, no wonder y'all women, not all of y'all, but majority y'all act crazy because you walking around here with 20, 40 souls in you still.
Right.
That the essence of that man does not leave you, women. It stays in y'all. They
Mm-hmm.
find it in your brain later on in life. This is all neuroscience. This ain't from me. This is from neuroscience. So don't come for me. Come for neuroscience. But that's telling y'all why having a majority high body count is not good for women. Because
Mm-hmm.
in the long run, when you finally decide to have a baby with somebody, that baby is gonna come out with a whole bunch of DNA from all other men. This is all neuroscience. I swear to God, I'm not even trying to be funny. This is
Right.
real life talk.
Right.
So y'all want to keep doing that? That's on y'all. But I'm not trying to be soul tied with a woman that got 102 bodies. Like, nah, that's crazy to me.
No man does.
No man does.
Lady.
So with Diana Ross, with what's her face? Like, it's cool. You dealing with young men or whatever, because it's a double standard.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't affect us like it affects women because we're the ones penetrating y'all. You know what I'm saying? We're the ones penetrating y'all. So we're the ones imprinting our essence into y'all. Y'all don't imprint nothing onto men.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all want to keep living that life, cool. But understand there's going to be consequences with the decisions that you make. Everybody understands this. But some reason, a modern woman feels that she could do whatever she wants with no consequences. But there are consequences. You may not see them right away, but there will be consequences.
Shout out to Malu. She said I got married at 18. So
Beautiful.
you good. You good.
You good, mommy?
You
What
good.
you mean?
Good money. You know what I'm saying? You in there.
You did it right.
You did it the right way. You know what I'm saying? See, again.
And even if, no disrespect, even if, like, God forbid, not knocking a relationship, if it were to happen, you may get the whatever, you still good money because you was in a long lasting relationship with somebody.
Right. Yes.
You wasn't running the streets.
Yes.
Running track star. You know what I'm saying? Marathon runner. You wasn't doing that. So you on the right track.
Your shadow play is funny. He said, if I meet a girl with a body count bigger than Jeffrey Dahmer, I'm bound. Yeah. Stupid. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next hot topic. Anything you want to add to that before we?
I'm right with him. We both running. We doing a 4-3 up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, the NFL gonna call us how fast we up out of there. 4-3 speed, baby.
Stupid.
They're gonna put me at corner because coach said I got quick feet.
I was a great quarterback. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. Moving on to our next hot topic. NBA player DeMar DeRozan caught on live camera assaulting a man that put his phone in his face. On IG, the man tweeted, "I just got attacked and body slapped by DeMar DeRozan. Don't meet your heroes, kids. I don't think Drake will like this behavior." What do you think about that?
Well, how disrespectful you were when you met up with him? Were you being respectful when you met him? Were you being belligerent? Because a motherfucker ain't gonna just go out his way and slap you up just cause. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the video I saw, it was so quick. He walked up to DeMar DeRozan and had the camera like in his face, and he was sitting. And DeMar DeRozan was sitting down, and DeMar DeRozan just reacted, and it was just a whole lot of body.
So he pulled up on him with the camera in DeMar DeRozan's face. Yeah. Not even like to the side, like, "Hey, DeMar DeRozan, how you doing? This,
Right.
that, and third. I want to have an interview with you. Is it cool?"
Right. That's the video.
So he just ran up on him like with the camera and ready to just camera already recording. And he just ran up on him like, "Yo, what's up?"
Yeah. Based on I saw.
I mean, yeah, yes and no. Like, yes, I can understand it, but no, DeMar DeRozan wasn't right in putting his hands on him. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't put his hands on him. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he invaded his personal space with the
Yeah.
camera. That was
Yeah.
very disrespectful, but this is the time to use words. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Words is powerful. Words is everything. You could have used your words to back him up off you, create some kind of distance to let him know today's not the day, you're not feeling it, whatever. Because you're still a human being at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? You have your up and downs. He probably didn't know that. But to just put your hands up on him, you know what I'm saying? It's a gray area. I understand, like, yes, you're a public figure, but maybe you wanted to be private at that moment. It should have been expressed. You know what I'm saying? Words should have been expressed. And then at the same time, I'm not condoning him walking up on you with the camera because that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least respect the man as well. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Mhm. I mean, at the end of the day, when you look at this whole situation, I see both sides, but you also complicit, bro. Approach is everything. Regardless of how somebody reacts, your approach is everything. Now, had he went up to DeMar DeRozan and say, "Hey, bro, I know you probably get this all the time, but do you mind if I do like a quick interview of you? Can I get a video? Can I get whatever that you was looking for?" Like you said, words could have been expressed because he was that close to DeMar DeRozan. So you could have said whatever you needed to say and probably would have got a more respectful answer. Now, if he still would have been on that goofy time, then you walk away. All right, man, you have a good day, or the hell with you. You know what I'm saying? But at least you came up to him respectfully. You see what I'm saying? And whatever his reaction would have been on DeMar DeRozan. But at the same time, again, yeah, you're a public figure, but you still a human being at the end of the day when you just getting phones in your face. You don't know what's going on. And mind you, it was kind of dark. It was kind of like a little dark. It had the little, little dim lit in the situation or whatever, or in that particular spot. So to go left field like that, I don't agree with it because again, now you could end up in court for assault or whatever the case may be. And now he basically set you up to do what? What I say all the time, every episode, y'all. Avoid the crash out. Be able to comprehend on the move, so that way you could save your life. So now this man is taking his video from the ambulance. He's tweeting from the ambulance, and
The ambulance? How are you in the ambulance?
DeMar DeRozan put them hands on him, bro. So
Now, see, now I'm gonna get a lawsuit. Like, come on, yeah. How you get tricked out your position, blood? Like, this is crazy, son. A simple walking away is cool. Your manhood is not gonna get violated if you just walk away. Now he gonna press charges. It just look crazy.
mm-hmm,
Like, damn, son.
mm-hmm. So with that in
But
itself, it's just a crazy situation, and could avoid the crash out. Now you don't have to be, in court. Like this, all this stuff right here is just nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that you don't want to deal with at the end of the day. And it's crazy, and it all could have been avoided. So, and the dude tweeting why he was in the ambulance. And then he threw Drake name up in there. He add Drake too. And he said in the tweet, Drake is not going to be Drake would not be happy about this. So now you're trying to add more heat and more beef into the fire, and the guy is doing it to get famous and to sue you or whatever the case may be. You like you said, he got tricked out his spot that quick.
if you get a good lawyer, him tweeting while he's in the ambulance might be able to save him later on. Because you
Maybe,
may not be that injured if you got time to tweet. If
maybe.
there is a lawsuit, but I don't know. It's just the fact that it matter. You let it get to this point. It's like, bro, don't let these people trick you out your position, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's easy to get you tricked out your position, man. Look how easy it was. Like, don't let that happen, man.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next hot topic. Uh, question: words that we use that I see it on the internet and people use it all the time. Do we really know the meanings of these words? I know I do, but I hear a lot of people using these words: misogyny, narcissist, broke. Are these real trigger words when in dating that it could really tear people apart.
In my years of dating and being in a relationship, I ain't never heard a woman use misogyny, broke, what was the other word?
Narcissist.
And narcissist towards me. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, never. Narcissist, like, yo, y'all just started using this word like 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like, seriously, be for real.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the narcissism has been in the dictionary and the lexicon for a long time, but
Mm-hmm.
y'all just started using this word like within 10 years.
Yeah. Yo, you stupid.
Because back in the day, it used to be chauvinist. Remember that?
Right. Right.
Nobody calls you chauvinist now. Now it's narcissist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You see how the words, like, y'all think y'all doing something, but y'all really not. You know what I'm saying?
Or massage. That,
right. Now
right.
it's misogyny. Back in the day, it was, oh, you're a chauvinist pig. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Now nobody say chauvinist. Now it's narcissist and what's the other one? I can't.
Narcissist, misogyny, and
misogyny. Yeah. So like, stop it.
Mm-hmm.
If you could spell and say the definition of the word, and then tell me where you got the definition of the word, not Google. You went and got the word from an actual dictionary that you use your hands to look through. Mm-hmm. Now we can talk. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because we do this all the time. Now you on my level. You looking up words. All right, we can talk about it now. Mm-hmm. If you just saying words just cause, like, nah.
Mm-hmm. It's real funny. Like, so I've been broke before, but I've never been called broke by a woman that I'm dating. I've never been called a misogynist. I've been called the narcissist before. Just so happily, I've been called the narcissist around like 5 years ago. Just how you said that, like they just learned that word 5 years.
They did.
And the person that called me a narcissist was a person that I was taking care of as she was my girlfriend, and I was taking care of everything, the bills, the household, everything. And the reason why she called me a narcissist is because I started expecting her to contribute. So I was like, how am I a narcissist when I do for you? I do for everybody. So how's that narcissism? It's just narcissism. Like, so, but I used to tell them, like, yo, you're using the word wrong. So it's not narcissism. Like, I can't be a narcissist. I've never had that word attached to me. When you take care of people and you don't say that you take care of people, narcissist is the last thing that comes to mind when somebody takes care of you.
Especially if you sacrificing your time to take care of everybody. How you a narcissist?
Right.
Like, y'all using words and don't understand what y'all using. Like, the action in the man, the actions in what the man is doing proves you can never be that.
Right. And that's the broader conversation, right? Is that when a man gets blessed, we bless the whole household. So with that mindset that family and the household is first, that can never be attached to someone like that. But in forms of the dating world, that brings people further apart than closer together, because all of these are words that people are just using, and they're using it wrong.
So when somebody calls somebody a misogynist, so you mean to tell me that man wakes up in the morning, goes to work 9 to 5 to get that money just so he can control his woman when he get home?
Makes no sense.
Like, when a man gets money, he thinks about his family. When a woman gets money, she thinks about herself. Up until she has a kid. Now it's about family. But before that, it's self. Because they say when a man saves money when he's not in a relationship. A woman saves money when she is in a relationship. So that lets you know the mindset right there.
But these are words that we see and hear every day on social media, and nobody knows the words. Like, I seen another clip where, a guy was having like a street interview with this lady, and she was like, "You're very misogynist." So he asked her, like, without being funny, he was like, "What do that mean? Like, what do that word mean?" And both her and her friend, they couldn't tell this man what the word meant. So he was like, "So how can you call me something and you don't know what it means?" She was like, "You just are." He was like, "I am what? If you can't tell me the meaning, then what am I?" So again, these things that's thrown into the dating pool. When a woman really likes you, these words are not being used ever. So are these like real trigger words, and they have to be to a certain degree, because no man is going to attach himself to someone that he's giving his best to, and in return, she's calling him broke or narcissist or misogynist. These things are trigger words that bring people, further apart.
My thing is like these words that women use. Once you're attractive and you look good to that female, then she'll never call you that. Point blank, period. But if you're not attracted to it, now all of a sudden you're a narcissist and a misogynist. So that's why women's words is very finicky, because it's only based on their emotions. It's only based on their feelings. So if she's feeling you, all the shit that she told that last nigga that she ain't like, she likes it with you because she likes you. You know what I'm saying? So it's right. Like a woman's word is never, it can never stand on solid ground. You know what I'm saying? Because you basing your words on your feelings. So you feel this man is a misogynist, but you don't even know if he's really truly a misogynist.
Because you don't know what it means. Right. You don't, because you don't even know what it means.
Because you feel the word. Not understand what the word means, but you feel that's what he is. Like, nah.
Right.
That don't make no sense.
Right. You can't do that. So it like you said, it just doesn't make any sense. Anything else you want to add to this?
I'm gonna look up misogyny for next episode. We're gonna learn how to spell it correctly and all that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know how to spell misogyny. You know what I'm saying? So but we're gonna learn. We're gonna get that work. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put that work in. And I'm gonna look up narcissist. Just cuz.
Just cause.
Just cuz. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know why.
So be on the lookout next episode, Thursday. We're gonna get misogyny and narcissism.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I can give y'all the correct spelling of misogyny right now, but I'm gonna let my bro, you know what I'm saying, get out of work. You know what I'm saying? Pause.
You know what I'm saying? Pick up a book. You know what I'm saying? Read. we all getting lessons today. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you stupid. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next hot topic. NFL draft is coming up this Thursday. What are you looking forward to most seeing about the NFL draft?
Is it true that or is that some bullshit? Is it true that what's him called? Shador took himself out the draft, or that's some internet bullshit?
Yeah, he's not going to the draft.
Okay, so he's going back to school again. Going back to college again for one more year.
No, he's going to be in the draft, meaning like he's not going to like the actual.
Oh, the actual draft. Oh, all right. Because see, I knew it was some internet bullshit. They were saying that he like, I don't even know how the internet could do that. Like they said that he took himself out the draft. He's going back. He got one more year eligibility or some shit. I'm like, that don't even make no sense.
He does.
Both. No, not that he does have 1 year eligibility. But what doesn't make sense is they say that he took himself out the draft in the sense of he not wanting to be in the draft. Yeah. That's why I'm like, what? Hell no, that don't make no sense. Yeah. Why do you need to go back to school for? Like, so I thought that was cap. So
but he said this months ago that he was not going to go to the draft. Even before the whole, he might not, go first round, all this BS or whatever.
But, so what? Mad people don't go to the draft. What's the problem?
Right. He said he's not going. He said from the very beginning, at the end of the Colorado season, that he's not going to the draft because he got too much family that's going to want to be there and, taking Pop's direction. That's expensive, taking all those folks from Texas to Colorado.
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying?
We're going to be right in the Colorado home. We just going to watch it right in the crib. You know what I'm saying? Mom going to cook something. Grandma going to cook. You know what I'm saying? Auntie's going to cook. You know what I'm saying? And have a great family function.
Right.
And any NFL owner should see that as like, oh, he want to be with his family. This is the type of quarterback I want. He's family oriented. He has these life goals and this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? These are certain of these mental characteristics you would want for your NFL quarterback, franchise quarterback at least. You know what I'm saying? The mental capacity to understand like, I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this for my family. So there's a lot on my shoulders. So perfection is everything. That's the type of mentality you want. But the spin doctors are gonna make it seem like, oh, he's belligerent or he don't want to play no ball. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's crazy how the spin always try to make it seem like somebody's not being part of the program because they want to change or deviate a little bit.
And so what if he took a couple dollars from a guy to to go to a wedding.
To my wedding. You know what I'm saying? He ain't have the money for the suit. I'm just saying.
But he don't want to play no ball.
You just want to do your chip and dip commercials, huh? Don't get Crozier as your offensive coordinator.
Nah, but
you're gonna have a bad season fucking with Crozier. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but I think his decision made the most sense. Not to mention his mom and dad is not on the best of terms, but they don't make they don't make the situation worse by acting up in front of the cameras, and you know what I mean. They have a tumultuous past, and they get together when they have to based on their son's accomplishments. So in this particular space, it makes everything easy. Mom on one side, pop on the other. When they call my name to get drafted, we photo op. Y'all go ahead, y'all go there. We got my aunties, uncles, everybody at the spot. I got my brother. He's also going to get drafted at some point. We could do the whole well-off media with my older brother filming everything. It could be a family affair. They probably got Netflix or something or Hulu attached to another deal. This is perfect. This is perfect. And instead of spending all that money for the draft process, getting hotels and all this other stuff, mind you, they're in Colorado, but the big house is in Texas. So whether it's in Colorado or Texas, and bringing on 30, 40, 50 people to, to Green Bay. Like, you know what I mean? Like, who want to go to Green Bay for real? No disrespect to Green Bay, but outside of football, feel me? So at the end of the day, I don't fault him for that. Like you said, any GM that uses their left part of their brain would see that that's more a character type of thing instead of making it about himself, and he's making it about his family, which is dope. Um, but what are you looking forward to the most? As far as the drafting itself.
As long as the right teams pick the right players, I'd love to see you know what I'm saying, all my black QBs get picked. You know what I'm saying? I've always been a fan of my black QBs. You know what I'm saying? Since my college days. My roommate was our quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And he always was like black QBs, man. Like, you know what? You're right. God support our black QBs all day. You know what I'm saying? So wherever all my black QBs go, hopefully it's a franchise that that caters to their needs and really wanted to see longevity in them, because I don't want another Robert Griffin III type shit. You know what I'm saying? You get a top tier athlete and you don't protect the nigga where he gets injured. You know what I'm saying? Now he got to cut his career short because niggas don't want to block for him. Like, come on, son.
Mind you, bro, Robert Griffin should have still been playing now.
That's what I'm saying. Nigga was nice. But this is what I'm saying with these organizations, that all of a sudden you get a black quarterback. Now you don't need no offensive line. Oh, he could run and he could. No.
Yeah.
No, protect that man like you was protecting what's his name, Rex Grossman. And he was ass. And y'all thought he was nice. These are the same niggas that's picking quarterback. You pick Rex Grossman. Need I say more? You know what I'm saying? You paid Rex Grossman a salary, thinking he's gonna be your franchise quarterback. Huh? Oh, okay. You got top tier quarterbacks in this league. Y'all better get them big boys. Better get some big boys. That's all I want to know. 340 and plus.
What I'm looking forward to most in the draft is seeing where obviously my Michigan guys go. I'm a big Michigan fan. Obviously, I want to see where Travis Hunter goes and Shedeur Sanders. But what I'm hearing, because originally he was supposed to be the number one pick in the draft. Then all the BS started. Now he's supposed to slide at the end of the draft. Now, and Coach Prime said it just the other day after the Colorado spring game, is that our fears could be coming true. Shedeur can end up with the New York Giants.
Oh, hell no.
And I pray that he...
No. I'm a New York fan, but I don't want him to go to New York. New York does not cultivate quarterbacks. Y'all got lucky with Eli Manning. We got lucky. I swear to God, we did. After that, there's no coaching staff. There's no culture of cultivating quarterbacks. None of that. And then y'all don't even play black quarterbacks. Giants is the oldest franchise in the NFL, and you can count on one hand how many times they had a black QB start.
Bro, let's just keep it a buck, bro. The Giant, in my opinion, the Giants don't draft good quarterbacks, bro. Like, I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Honestly, with Eli Manning, in my opinion, if you take away the 2 Super Bowls, his career would be very different. But that's not the world we live in. He has 2 Super Bowls. He did outplay certain players on those Super Bowl runs. But they poured into him mainly because of that lineage. That lineage was like, yo, if he come to the Giants, bro, because remember, the say so wasn't, he didn't have the you know the the cachet to go where he want. It was his pops. And his pops was like, yo, New York, if y'all take him, y'all gotta take care of him.
Hold on, my G. Hold on. Rowan Jack, we need you to, you know what I mean, send somebody to the party. You know what I'm saying?
Who yo, shout out.
We need to send somebody to the party real quick.
Name him for me. Name him.
Larry Bruce, you just got invited to the party, bro.
Yo, thank Larry. Hold on.
We got some tickets for you, kid.
Larry, yo.
Your
Larry,
name's Larry, so we got a good one for you.
Larry, you made my night. I've been waiting all night for. We have these special tickets we want to give out, and we want to play your song. We're gonna play your song before you get the special tickets, y'all. Because hold on, let's go back. Let's go back. Woo! Yeah.
Oh, you got your own song, kid.
Yeah. You hear the words, Larry? Hey.
Hey, get my Diddy bop on. Hey.
Hey.
I need to be on the remix.
Larry, you made my night. I got that song made for people that act ignorant. So you made my night. I thought all night I wasn't going to be able to do this, Larry. So I'm going to hook you up with some special tickets. We gave you a fire song. Thank you for tapping in. Thank you for being weird. And God bless you, brother. See ya. Shout out
Goofies.
to shout out to y'all.
Shout out to Larry, kid.
Shout out to Larry. Because if he wasn't weird,
he was pressed for the party.
Huh?
He was pressed for the VIP package. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
I had to double up.
I had that song specially made. So I went the whole night like, damn, nobody's gonna get none of these tickets to the block party? Like, that's crazy. And as soon as Larry showed his behind, welcome to the block party.
Hey, Larry, make sure you bring the utensils too. You know what I'm saying? Don't come to the block party empty-handed. We don't like that.
Oh, Larry gone. Larry gone. He gone. He's straight up gone. Shout out to Larry, though. Shout out to Larry. Oh, James.
Oh, man, we got another one.
James L. Woo, it's about to be back to back, baby. You about to get some tickets. You about to get some tickets. Now, if you're cracking jokes and they're funny, I'll let you rock because I like a good joke. But if you feel like you just trolling, you know what I'm saying? Like you just trolling, we're gonna hook you up with some of these tickets, bro. But I love a good joke. I love a good joke. We can take jokes over here. Pause. But if you a troll, we don't do trolling on this channel. We different type of bros. We doing something positive. We talking about positive things. We having a great time. Our show is not built off of trolls, bro. So if you hear this show love, crack good jokes, but show love, then cool. But if you be weird, you're gonna be introduced to the block party, bro. So, all right, y'all. So I'm like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing where Shedeur Sanders go. I hope and pray he doesn't go to the New York Giants because I think they're going to mess his career up. Me personally, I hope he continues to fall to either the Steelers or the New Orleans Saints. Cleveland may be a better situation, is a better situation than New York. And going number two would be great, but I feel like New Orleans Saints and the Pittsburgh Steelers was going to do better and right by Shador Sanders. So I can't wait. The draft is my favorite day of the year because I get to see hundreds of brothers take that next step in their life, get introduced to millions of dollars, and hopefully they make the right decisions and go to the right places that can help propel themselves and their families. So shout out to the NFL draft. Is this Thursday. We might even do a pop-up episode, talk about the draft. So be on the lookout for that, y'all. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next hot topic. Oh, before we move on, fun fact. Did you know that Deion Sanders, he wanted to play for the Cincinnati Bengals at one point in his career and was trying to play with Cincinnati?
In the era when Deion Sanders was playing, Cincinnati was always ass. What was he gonna do over there?
Because you remember, right? And this is what he told the actor Gary Owens, right? Because Gary Owens is from Ohio. Um, Remember, he played for the Cincinnati Reds at one point in time. So instead of playing for the Cincinnati Reds, and I believe he played for San Fran at the same time, he'd just rather play for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Hmm.
So, but I can't imagine how fire that uniform would have looked with the black and orange 21 Bengals, Joe. That jersey would have been lethal, dog. I'm just saying. And then fast forward again, because Gary Owens is from Ohio. He spoke to Deion Sanders when he went to Colorado. He told his representative that he don't want to speak to nobody else because if he speaks to somebody else, he could change his mind. Because you know, once you talk to somebody, then you know what I'm saying, they're gonna come at you with all these wild numbers. So his representation was like, "Yo, you sure you don't want me to tell you who hollering at you? Cause they talking about that baguita." And he's like, "Nah, God is telling me to go here." And he's like, "Yeah, you sure you want to talk to God again? Cause I'm trying to tell you something. Like it's, you know what I'm saying, it's a bag and opportunity over here too, baby." And Cincinnati University was one of the other schools that was going to offer him probably just as much money or more in Cincinnati. So I'm thinking about that black and red, white Deion Sanders Nike vibe. You know what I'm saying? That would have been something to see too from the uniform perspective. You know, everybody know Deion Sanders is a big uniform guy as well. So that would have been lit though. Especially that Cincinnati Deion black and orange Bengal joint. That would have been hard though. I ain't gonna hold you. But that's a fun fact. That's a fun fact. Uh James L needs some. James L got a cap. Yeah, yeah, James L. Hey man, you being weird. You're close. You're close, my brother. You're gonna have people looking forward to the block party, bro. We about to hook you up with them exclusive tickets. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to James L. Get your situation together. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. New trailer has been released, and we talked about it episodes ago. This is finally happening, and it feels like it's quick. New trailer released, Jordan Peele, football horror movie starring Marlon Wayans, and the movie is called Him. What do you think about that?
From the trailer, it definitely looks good. Marlon Wayans looked like he's on top of his game.
Mhm.
Um, I'm just excited to see what's about. I know he's gonna drop some deep symbolism. Um, and yeah, I'm like I said, that trailer is more than enough. They don't need to come out with more trailers. That was more than enough.
Mhm.
Keep it like that. So the movie drops. When did it come out? September, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that trailer was more than enough, and it looks fantastic. Again, it's a Jordan Peele film, and I'm surprised with Marlon Wayans being on there, but from the trailer that I've seen him acting, it looks phenomenal. His acting, the prowess. So
Mhm.
I can't wait for this movie to drop.
I agree with you, bro. Like this looks really good. I feel like with Jordan Peele movies, I gotta watch it several times the first time I always watch for the entertainment aspect of it. The second, third time I gotta, watch it, with my phone next to me so I can look up the symbolisms. I'm taking pictures of stuff like, what's that about, and trying to pick up the totality of the underlying message in all his movies. Um, my favorite movie out of all his movies is probably Us. It's probably my favorite. I know most people like Get Out and what's the other one? Outside of Us is what's the other one? What's the new one he had with
Oh, nope.
Nope, Nope. Nope is cool. Nope is cool. But Us to me hit different. So I'm messing with Us most out of all the movies, but I mess with all the movies though. But I'm looking forward to seeing this. I'm looking forward to seeing this. I agree with you. I don't want to see extra trailers, extra teasers. Nah, just keep it like this. I'm excited to see this movie, and I just want to see the movie. And Marlon Wayans, to me, he's a better actor than comedic actor. So the fact that he's in a role where it's not predicated on him being funny, I think this is going to be top tier. So I can't wait to see this movie. This looks really good. So shout out to Jordan Peele, Marlon Wayans for this movie. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next hot topic. Colorado, the University of Colorado alumni is outraged from them deciding to retire both Travis Hunter and Shador Sanders jerseys numbers at the spring football game this past week. What do you think about that?
Oh, why the alumni upset about that? Like, yo, these two top tier athletes came to your bum ass franchise school that wasn't doing nothing. Put this shit on the mat. Now all of a sudden you can't retire their jerseys. Get out of here, son. They put in the work on the field to get their jerseys retired. It's not like they were sitting on the sidelines.
Mm-hmm.
Bro and them put in work.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that work ain't good enough for y'all. When y'all was obsolete and nobody gave a fuck about Colorado, there was nobody on the team y'all could retire their jersey number because nobody was putting in no work.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got 2-3 years of your relevancy. Now all of a sudden it's a problem. Man, retire them jerseys, man.
Mm-hmm. Well, it mainly come from the backlash of Cordell Stewart and Michael Westbrook, who are Colorado greats in their own right. Their jerseys have yet to be retired. Um,
They have mad opportunity to do that. Don't put it on us now that y'all the alumni never came together like, oh, let's retire their numbers. Y'all never did that.
and that's
Whose
what
fault is that?
and that's what Deion Sanders said in his conversation with them. He said, "Now, had I been your coach, y'all numbers would have been retired. Y'all put on for the program, but again, this is the decision that's made because, well, Travis Hunter, I mean, he's the Heisman. Shador Sanders, best quarterback in college football. I mean, when I looked at because I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. I felt like retiring their numbers now was a bit early, even though they numbers deserve to get retired. I just think that with more time passing, that it would have meant a little bit more. Because again, they could go play in the NFL and they could come back and get all that love instead of just kind of like it didn't feel big. Pause. You know what I mean? They did this at the spring game when they could have did this at a big football homecoming game. They could feel all that energy, all that love, and let some time pass. But they chose to do it now. But when I look at Shador Sanders' records, bro, he only played 2 seasons. There's guys that play 4 seasons at quarterback, and Shador is number 5 on the list. Mind you, in 2 seasons, he threw for over 7,300 yards. The top leader in that threw for 9,700 yards.
And he had 4 seasons to do it.
Right. So
Like, come on, son. The proof is in the pudding. But
right,
when you look at the numbers, all of a sudden people go based on emotions. Why you do want the numbers to retire if they put in the work?
right.
You feeling some type of emotional about it? Why?
He got the single season passing yards for over 4,000 yards. Ain't nobody ever throw nowhere near 4,100 yards. The nearest person to him, Coy Detmer, at 35. It's not even close.
Come on, son.
most passing yards in the game, touchdown. Like he got all the damn records, bro.
Broke
So
mad school records, and you don't want to tie his jersey because what? Because you didn't retire Cordell Stewart. That don't even make no sense.
that's a fact.
That don't even make no sense. That's on y'all,
Mm-hmm.
alumni.
Mm-hmm. I agree wholeheartedly. So I can understand the timing aspect. I would have wanted for me personally to make this event bigger by letting some time go by, letting somebody else with the jerseys for a little while, and then like they come back in their third and fourth year, they get all that love at homecoming instead of that the spring game where it's not the same as a game, a Colorado game, and it would have just been more of that love and appreciation. So
I
um,
look at that. They probably had to do it that way in the spring game because they probably wouldn't even let it rock during the regular season because you're already giving them backlash right now. So imagine if they tried to do it during this.
that's a good point.
I'm pretty sure that it would have. I'm pretty sure with the IQ that Deion Sanders has, I'm pretty sure he thought about doing that during the season, a popping game, a very important
Mm-hmm.
game, this, that, and the third. But the climate was like, nah, let's just get this shit out the way early before they
Mm-hmm.
try to, you know what I'm saying, finesse us, trick us out our spot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I like that point. I like that point. I'm gonna be honest with you, but you know that's my original stance, and I stand on that. But it's done. Do he deserve it? Absolutely. And if it wasn't for him, the school wouldn't be in the situation that it is in right now. He bring that flash, he bring that brash, he bring that confidence along with his pops. His
But see
pops.
the but see the system don't like that confidence. The system don't like that braggadocious energy. They try to shut that down. They don't like when you confident. They don't like when you have a certain aura about yourself. They want you to be some yes man. Fuck out of here. Nigga has his father in his life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He knows how to be himself. He's confident. That's somebody that you want to be your quarterback. You like I don't understand these people.
Mm-hmm.
Like y'all just like throwing away money. Shit don't make no sense.
And at the end of the day, again, he represents something bigger. Now Colorado is it's a desired destination for all top recruits. If you're the top quarterback, receiver, offensive lineman, whatever position you play, you want to go to Colorado, and he's a part of that. So what are we talking about? I remember when they first went there, they was like, and Deion Sanders like, yeah, he's going to be my starting quarterback. So y'all deal with it. Oh, it's daddy ball. And then when he put up the numbers,
Now everybody quiet.
he won the Johnny Unitas Award. Now it's cool. So it's just weird. But shout out to Shador Sanders. Shout out to Travis Hunter. They got their jerseys retired, and best of luck to them in the draft. And Cordell Stewart, Michael Westbrook, y'all gonna get y'all jerseys retired at some point. It's well deserved. They was great players at Colorado, and at some point it will happen. All right, moving on to our next segment. Our next segment is brought to you by Bravo Section. Make sure you go to bigbbravosection.com. Again, bigbbravosection.com. If you're in the Miami area, you can book a session with one of the best photographers in the world. If you're not, you can still book that session. They'll come out, take care of your session, and it starts at bigbbravosection.com. You got petty law, petty thoughts, petty words for us?
This section right here is based on the Black's Law Dictionary. So you take random words from Black's Law Dictionary and get the definition of them. I feel as though words that we use every day in the American lexicon have legal definitions that we should know the definition of these words. So this is what this segment's about. So last week we broke down tariff, and I was like, yo, this is the first time I ever read tariff. So let's get more words on tariff. So this word is revenue tariff. So revenue tariff means it's designed primarily to raise revenue and to support the customs service instead of encouraging production of imported goods. Talking about the chicken sandwich, huh? Revenue tariff. All right. Next word on the list is lady. Right. In English law, the title belonging to the wife of a peer and by courtesy, the wife of a baronet or knight, and also to any woman married or sole whose father was a nobleman of a rank not lower than than that of an earl. So in English law, for you to be a lady, your husband had to be somebody of importance for you to have the title of lady. So if you married a crumb bum, you ain't have the title of lady. You was just the wife. So lady had more of a credible title in English law. So that's what they say. Next word on this list is dummy corporation. Right. So a dummy corporation is formed for sham purposes and not for the conduct of legitimate businesses formed for the sole reason of avoiding personal liability. You know what I'm saying? So if you out here creating dummy corporations, they already know why you're doing this. So you might as well just don't do it. All right. The last word on this list is neutrality. Neutrality is the state of a nation which takes no parts between two or more other nations at war. Neutrality. So my words this week were revenue tariff, lady, dummy corporation, and neutrality. Trust me, there's a whole bunch of tariffs. So next week we're gonna get tariff with misogyny and narcissism. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna mix that all in the pot and get you a good plate of this good gumbo. You know what I'm saying?
Get
This
that
word
cocaine.
salad. You know what I'm saying? Get you
Get
some cane, mix it
goop.
up, some goop. It's gonna be a good plate. You heard? So
Yo,
again, if y'all got words that y'all see every day and want to know the legal definition of it, put it in the chat, and then I'll bring it up on the next episode.
fire. Make sure y'all get that to him. Make sure y'all get that. On to our last segment of the night, our Keep the Lie Live segment.
Keep the lie alive.
Keep the Lie Live. So my Keep the Lie Live, I'm going to keep it quick. Uh, we talked about the New Orleans Saints last episode and this episode because Shador saying this might go there. Did you know that the New Orleans Saints logo derived from the French Revolution War? Meaning, well, before then, I should say. It's called the fleur de lis. It's a symbol of punishment for slaves in Louisiana, and it was adopted during the French Revolution against the non-whites.
Oh, I love this. See, I'm a person that does signs and symbols. So I study signs and symbols all day. So the fleur de lis is not the fleur de lis, it's a cornstalk. It's an image of a
Cornstalk.
cornstalk, which
Mm-hmm.
comes from America.
Mm-hmm.
It's not from France.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's where the symbol of that comes from. It's a corn. It's a symbol of the corn
Mm-hmm.
when it's growing. When it's fully grown,
Mm-hmm.
that's what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
But see, the technology is they gonna make you think it's from France. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? It's something that they brought. But see, they use that to create those horrific issues. They took that image and flipped it and made you think it's from France. It's from here.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't get corn nowhere else but in the Americas.
Right. What is from Louisiana?
Right, but the image of it is corn, which
Corn.
you can only get in the Americas.
Right.
That's what that symbol is.
Right.
That's what it represents. It
The,
doesn't represent what they used it, what they say is for.
right.
Yes, negatively they use that to brand you and make you think mentally that's where it's from. But if you do the research, it goes way farther than that.
Mm-hmm.
It's way deeper than people think. You know what I'm saying? So that's a sign of the corn. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my family. It's on my family crest.
Mm-hmm. So it's no big deal that the New Orleans Saints use that symbol because
No, if you understand the origin of that symbol, you should be proud of that.
it's the sign of corn.
That's where it's originally from.
Okay. Okay.
But they're gonna use technology and
Mm-hmm.
emotions and make you think it's some negative shit.
Mm-hmm. Because from what I've seen, from what I researched, they saying that it was the adoption during the French Revolution against the non-whites, but it's for the punishment for slaves in Louisiana. That's
Yes,
how that's how it's worded.
that's how they worded it. But the
Mm-hmm.
original symbol of that was not that. And you can't find that flower in France. It doesn't even exist. So where does it come from?
Right.
It's not no flower. They say it's fleur de lis, but
Right.
that's not what the lily looks like.
Right. Right. So that's very interesting because I was gonna say it's very interesting that the New Orleans Saints has a symbol that represents the punishment of slaves, but you're saying that that's not all the way accurate.
If you do your deeper research and get past the negativity of the 1700s and go past that,
Mm-hmm.
you won't see the deeper meaning behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Because the original, just because they took it and flipped it, does not take away from the original meaning of the symbol.
I disagree with that. Maybe not all the way into this particular subject. I mean, not subject, but this particular matter. But adaptation does matter.
But if you don't know the original, if you don't know the original origin of it, then you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
get lost with what they tell you it is now.
Right.
So
Right.
if you don't find the origin of the signs and symbols that they use every day, you're always gonna get tricked out your spot. You're always gonna get emotionally finessed,
Mm-hmm.
because that's what they're doing right now. They're emotionally finessing you on some knowledge that they gave you. But did
Right.
you go do the deeper science to that?
Mm-hmm.
No. So yeah, you're gonna get caught and think that, oh yeah, it's a fleur de lis, it's a sign of, yeah, it's a sign of this and that. Yes, they used it at that time, but they
Right.
used it on prisoners of war.
Okay. Okay.
Because
I'm gonna do the deeper. I'm gonna do the deeper research because I looked up 4 different sources, and if that's what you're saying, again, you my bro, so I'm gonna go do the deeper research so I know what I'm talking about. But adaptation or adoption does matter when it comes to symbols. Like all these symbols of hate that we know to be hate are original symbols from things that wasn't hateful. But when
so
people
if you know that, then it shouldn't be hateful if you know the origin of it. If you know the swastika is not hateful, you shouldn't have no emotion to it if you already know the origin of it. Even if they're using it as hate, that should not affect me because I know what it means.
mm,
You're using it, the person that's using it right now is using it all wrong.
true,
So
but
if I
but
don't have if I don't have
but
the
it's about
full
attention.
knowledge of the sign, I'm gonna get lost in the symbolism that they're using right now.
Hmm.
So it's up to me to understand the origin of those signs and symbols.
Correct. I agree with that aspect, but for me, adaptation matters mainly because if you're using it for the intention is to get me is to get me to react and to say this is our new sign or what it means or whatever. That matters. Attention matters. When somebody is up against me or want to do harm to me or to my people in some sort of way, and it doesn't have to just be physical. It could be a mental thing. It could be in all sorts of ways. So the fact that a swastika, if the original symbolism is not about hate, but people are using it for hate because of the intention, I'm still going to feel a type of way about it. That's just me personally. Maybe not you, but I'm going to feel a type of way about it. And if somebody is wearing this flag to say, yo, this is what it is, then we're going to have a problem. Just like how nowadays the original bandana wasn't about blood and crip. It was just it was just a color of a bandana. But if it's attached to a blood and crip and they're saying this is what it is, you're not going to walk away and say like, yeah, I'm cool even though the original symbol is not about blood and crip, it's just a bandana. So adaptation matters to me. Symbols matter to me on how people use it, regardless of how they use it. So, it again, I feel like I did the due diligence. I gotta do more due diligence because you my bro and you saying like, yo, nah, this is what is there's more to it. Cool, I can accept that and I'm gonna go find it. I got no
It's on my family crest. My
I'm not
Guillaume family crest, it has the fleur de lis, and it has
hold on,
nothing to do with
hold
no
on,
slavery. You know what I'm saying?
hold
So
on,
at
bro.
the end of the day, you can none of
Hold
these
on,
people
bro.
can fault me or try to emotionally trick me out my spot or
Uh-huh.
physically trick me out my spot with these fake images and fake symbols that they're using today to perpetuate hate. Just like they're using the um uh, the damn flag of the South. If you do your research, that comes from a Native American tribe. So
Fact.
even if for the white person to use it, that's not going to affect me because I know the original of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I
Facts.
just see him represent one of those tribes that's still here today because those Native Americans are still here today, still living. So at the end of the day, yes,
Right. See,
I know what it means, but I know the origin, so I'm not gonna get physically or emotionally tricked out my spot if somebody using it, because you ain't gonna finesse me like that.
right, but how many people know all right, so everybody's different. So I'm not going to debate you based on how you feel, because how you feel is how you feel. And records and family crust, all that matters. So if that's a part of your family crust, that's not something I'm even debating on. But what I'm saying, that adaptation and symbolism still matters, because most people who know or don't, most people that do know the difference, they not screaming that from the top of the mountain and putting other people on. They just keeping that for themselves. So it does matter if people have information and they not sharing that.
I mean, a lot of people been sharing information, but people not paying attention to it. You know what I'm saying? I knew about this shit since 05.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not nobody special. I read books like the next person. I go
Right.
after all types of stuff. So
Right.
if you don't have a library card, that's on you.
Right.
Ignorance of the law is no excuse.
Mm-hmm.
You have every available opportunity to find all this information out. It's on you.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't burn no books yet. You know what I'm saying? You could go to the library now and find all this information. That's on you.
Mm-hmm.
Because we not chained. We're not, you know what I'm saying? We're not locked up in a basement or nothing. You have every opportunity, every freedom in the world to find out this information. But y'all wanna use words like misogyny.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even know the meaning of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's on y'all.
Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying. Like, these conversations, it matters. See, again, if my research needs more research, I'm gonna go find it. My response to you was, I believe you, bro, but I don't believe what? Finish that statement for me.
I don't believe your research. I will deck somebody who say some shit like that to me. I'll put the books down right in front of you, talking about you don't believe my research. Here are the books. Read that.
Right, right. So my debate wasn't never on that. My debate is that adaptation matters to me. How somebody used something intentionally to me, and you're going to get what you asking for dealing with me. That's just me personally. I'm gonna
Because
fucking
people still believe that they shipped 1 million people from Africa over here on slave ships, but nobody can find out one slave ship.
Mm-hmm. The
And
past.
then if you look at the type of ships that they use to try to traverse the Atlantic Ocean, we talking about huge metal ships that
Right.
sometimes don't even make it. But you mean to tell me a wooden ship from the 1800s was able to make it?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's crazy.
Well, all them people, the way they was engineered, one on top of the other, piss, dookie, all falling, like.
Come on, son. For 3 months? Oh, okay. Millions of Africans. But you can't find one slave ship.
Listen to the word that you just said. Millions.
And then Africans, it wasn't even the name of the continent back then.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yo, this is crazy. Nigeria wasn't even Nigeria. Nigeria just became Nigeria in the 1970s. Before that, it was the Kingdom of Biafra. So how y'all Nigerian?
Bro,
Like, come on,
bro,
son.
bro, we've been screaming this for 150 episodes, bro. How many times? We're gonna have to cut it a little short because we are running on a little bit out of time. We got literally about like 3 minutes left. Really bad over there. What's really bad over there? All right, get you that. We're gonna double back to this conversation. We really running low on this. That's why I had to speed up my keep the lie alive for tonight. But interesting conversation. We're gonna take it even further moving forward. Pause, because I know how some of y'all think out there, so I gotta put the pause button for certain things. But great conversation for the keep the lie live. We're gonna have something new for next episode, and we're gonna table back this conversation for next episode. So make sure y'all continue to like, subscribe, and to share to the show. We built off love. We're built off love, y'all. We're built off love. Hit that all notification bell. You just never know when we pop up on this channel. So make sure you tap in. We're on the road to 11,000 subscribers. I'm sorry, 20,000 subscribers. We just went over a little over 11,000 subscribers. So if you haven't, make sure you subscribe now, especially if it's your first time. This is Cannon Brothers Get a Rap podcast. We're on every Sunday, every Thursday at 10:30. Also, Want to shout out some of the sponsors: Bravo Section, Blunt Snaps, OUV Records. If you're interested in becoming one of the sponsors of the show, hit me on Instagram at Ashley Lovechild, or you can hit my bro on his Instagram at
Bravo section _.
So make sure y'all tap in if you're serious about becoming one of the sponsors of the show. I also want to thank the presenting sponsor of this show is Button Snaps. Make sure you go to Button Snaps where you get the finest movies, shows, and documentaries for your viewing pleasure on $4.99. Again, that's button hyphenated sign snaps.com. Again, that's button hyphenated sign snaps.com. Be on the lookout for my new EP. It's coming out May 26th called Winners Loyalty. Make sure y'all be ready for that. In the mean in between time, just type in Ashley Lovechild on any music platform. I got some fire music, y'all. So make sure y'all tap in. I know my bro got his website that he want to tap into.
Website is bigbravosection.com. But I wanted to add one little point. Do y'all research. Look up the flag of Washington, D.C. That is George Washington's family crest. That flag that's flying in DC, that's his family crest. Just to put y'all on game.
So make sure y'all tap into that as well. All right. Again, we're on every Thursday, every Sunday at 10:30. Don't forget to watch those rewatches. We got a whole bunch of rewatches. Make sure y'all tap in. And we thank y'all. We thank y'all. We got mad love for y'all. Thank y'all for the supporters. A quick shout out. Got about 15 more seconds left. A quick shout out to Malu. Shout out to Rowan Jack. Shout out to No One, Watchdogs, Mr. D, Pause, countless of others that tapped in all night. If I didn't mention you, still thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Your support is invaluable and we appreciate it. Yo, bro, don't forget Santana. You got the juice now, man. And we'll see y'all next episode this Thursday at 10:30. It's love. We out here.